Like me, all of us here. It's the fact that me, you, and him standing here.
Let me check.
Brother, somebody, believe it or not, it don't make us a difference. We know we're here.
Yeah, that's
follow me. So, in order to raise the people from the dead level, I believe, you've got to deal with the truth, the basic truth, the facts. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to know what you believe. Because in truth, I might believe, if I work out all day, you know what I'm saying, and build my body like a strong man, I might believe my body made of iron until I get hit by a truck. You know what I'm saying? Believe ain't shit without actual facts.
Yeah, that's why we asked you.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's why we asked you where's the origin of the race called black. Who
we gonna get with that? And I wanted to get with that because all life, it comes from triple darkness. Even a seed that you put in the ground, it had to be buried down deep before it come up to sprout, right? A baby in the womb is triple darkness from the vaginal tract all the way to the fallopian tube. It's triple darkness. Okay? So it comes from triple darkness. And black is really not a color. It's the origin of all colors. If you really understand the science of what we're talking about.
Okay, so you're telling me when the
way they confused us by gave us, you know, names like I'm an African American, I'm an African, or I'm a Africanos, you know, which is an Italian dude, a white boy.
Okay, so
we understand that. So we ain't that. You know what I'm saying?
So are we black though?
If we judging ourselves from our four fathers, then we are that. Because all colors
our forefathers,
all colors came
our
from,
forefathers 1,000 years ago called themselves black. That's what I want to know.
I didn't say that. I said all races came from us. Do you believe that?
No.
Okay, I do. And I can prove it.
No, get 2nd Ezra chapter 6.
I can prove that.
Okay.
All races came from black. We're the beginning. We're the Alpha and Omega. That's
we'll see if the scriptures say if all races came from black.
Understand that who wrote it.
Oh no.
You gotta know who black is.
I said you gotta understand who wrote it. King James. King James wrote it after
King James was
wait. King James wrote it after William Tinsdale. Then Tinsdale
said the same exact thing.
Tinsdale. But King
William
James
Tinsdale said the same thing. English Common Bible and the Tinsdale edition has the same thing. They just upgraded the terminology for the common people.
Man, King James had Tinsdale killed.
No, he did not kill.
You know that?
He did not kill Tinsdale.
Okay.
People were trying to kill King James.
And they had most of Tinsdale's Bibles burnt away.
Tinsdale was not killed by King James. They wasn't around the same time, bro.
Yeah, that wasn't
the same time frame.
This is 2nd Ezra 6, starting at the 54th verse.
Okay, go ahead.
At the 53rd, until it says, after these Adamite.
Go ahead.
After these Adam also, whom thou hast made Lord over all thy creatures, of him come we all.
So all people came from Adam.
Now who was Adam?
Okay.
He couldn't have been a white man.
No. Now listen. And the people also whom thou hast chosen. All this have I spoken before thee, O Lord, because thou hast made the world for our sakes.
Okay.
As for the other people, which also come of Adam, thou hast said that they are nothing, but be like unto spittle, and has likened the abundance of them unto a drop that falleth from a vessel.
Now, you just read something, right, that proved my point. Definitely. If we understand that Adam is the origin of the science you're digging with, the science. I got to say the science because the Bibles take you what, 6,000 years. Where it take you? We know that black people been on the earth way before 6,000 years. If you study the history, we know that. That's a fact. But that only take you 6,000 years. So when you start talking about that Adam, you're talking about a new beginning. And it also tells you that the people that came from Adam, some of them are not from us, so to say. The book said, right?
See, our whole belief system is totally contrary.
No, I'm talking about what you just read.
Yeah.
What we just read is not what you believe in, bro.
No, I didn't say that. I said what you just read.
Because you just made a statement stating that there were people
that didn't come from Adam.
That didn't come from Adam.
From that Adam.
At what time?
Yeah, because
before 6,000 years ago.
So after the flood, after the flood, if you believed in the flood, when Noah and his 3 sons came off the ship, right? Yeah. Were there other people on the earth with them that were not from Adam?
that Adam. See, when you talk about that Adam, you only taking me 6,000 years, bro.
So you
now look, let me say.
So
this.
you're saying this?
You do realize you can trace the lineage back to Adam, right?
What's
Not
up,
that
brother?
Hey, what's
There
up?
go my hometown. Hey, what's up, man?
I'm waiting on Lee right there.
Man, hey, man, y'all real to the bump.
Yeah, all
Hey,
right,
man,
bro.
I'm gonna holler at y'all,
All
man, when it's a good time.
All right, bro. All right.
Yeah, okay, brother. Good.
Yeah, see, man, that's part of the confusion and madness when you try and mix in, you know, world doctrine. The search started.
Oh, okay.
So, shoot, we'll go ahead and open it up.
Yeah.
We want to give all praise to our Heavenly Father, Yahweh, in the name of our Lord and Savior, Yahawashi. Peace and blessings to you, brothers and sisters, throughout the four corners of the earth, and are waiting on the second coming of our Lord and Savior, Yahawashi, and the ending of Edom's rulership.
Right.
So, we're pretty much, of course, going to go into a few topics. As you saw, we were talking to this Jake. You know, we try to see if he can find the nation called Black.
Right.
But he can't find it. So
Right.
he got to go to Lucy now.
Yeah. See, he's going into Esau's knowledge now. Then he's talking about there were people before Adam. You know, and you know, it's like, man, you going into a realm of confusion. You got to stay right here in this book, man. You go outside this book, this is when you start to go into these wayward paths, man.
Yep.
It's like we in what's today? Today's 30th. Yeah, December 30th.
Yeah.
And we're getting ready to go into this new holiday. What's that?
What's up?
I'm trying to get some understanding.
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead.
And do you believe that man was on the earth, other human beings, for 6,000 years ago? First, let me just straight up. Yes or no? Do you believe it?
Before Adam.
Before that Adam you're talking about?
I don't believe that.
Okay, but let me ask you this. Now be careful how you answer it because
Go ahead.
We'll show you knowledge.
Go ahead.
If the Bible teaches you, right? You read it.
Right.
It teaches you that there was Adam and Eve. Then they had Cain and Abel, right?
Yeah.
Cain killed Abel because he was jealous of the offering, whatever, right? Then Cain went to the land of Nod, they say in the Bible. And married to another.
Yeah, we already know that answer, bro.
I'm just asking you. So if Cain married on to a woman from another tribe in the land of Nod, right? Okay? She had to be up in his age or older than him, whatever. Where did they come from? People in the land of Nod.
Let's go to the creation of Adam and Eve.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but anyway, he took off. I don't think that brother coming back anyway, man.
Just go ahead and do it for education's sake, man.
Yeah, this is
people out here, you know.
Yeah, this is Genesis 5. This is the book of the generations of Adam. In the day that God created man, in the likeness of God made he him. Male and female created he them, and blessed them, and called their name Adam, in the day when they were created.
Yeah, so that's the reason why there was other people on the earth. And we were specifically talking about one particular Adam, bro. Which he knew what we were talking about. He was just trying to play games.
Yeah, he might be one of the more, I don't know, probably one of the more Commission dudes or something.
No, but he knew about that one. Because he was just trying to throw it off. That's why you got to know exactly where he was going. You know, follow his mind, his train of thought. Because what he was trying to do, well, that's why he went specifically to Ezra, to show him that there was one particular man that everybody on the earth currently came out of. Everybody else was wiped out during the flood. It don't matter.
Right.
In fact, if you want to even go further, everybody came out of Noah. How about that? So it don't matter if you talk about if Noah had brothers.
Right.
The line is already broken down in the scriptures. It shows you the line. You can go to Matthew chapter 1.
Yep.
And follow the generations of him.
Of Yahawashi. It goes right back to Adam.
It goes right down to Adam, man, through Noah. So, you know, these people, at the end of the day,
you know,
we're going to get this. This is Colossians chapter 2 and verse 20. Let's see. In fact, wherefore, if ye be dead with Christ from the rudiments of this world, why, as ye living in the world, are ye subject to ordinances? It says, touch not, taste not, handle not, which are all for the perishing after the commandments and doctrines of men. So that's after the Doctrines and Commandments of Men when you start talking about Lucy, man.
Yeah, that's right. Because as soon as he said before there were people before Adam, I mean, you know, he's negating this book, and we're not dealing with anything outside of this book. It has to line up with the book. This has to be the source and foundation of thought, so to speak, for brothers who are up here.
Yeah, that's just why a lot of times, man, you don't have to be sitting there answering Jake's questions. Ask him a question. Where is the race called black, man?
Yep.
Dude couldn't answer that question. If you want to say that's a description of how you feel it is, well, where did you get that description from?
You're right.
Okay?
Man.
Esau call you Negro, you take it. Esau call you black, you take it. It's stupid, man.
Yeah, you adopt any name that the oppressors give you, man.
Yeah.
And obviously any type of knowledge that the oppressors give you. And then negate the book that the Most High gave you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because we're trying to give him a semblance of, hey, identity. You know? Now he comes back, we can go ahead and give it to him just for the sake of edification. For him.
Okay, here it is, bro.
Okay, what was the question again? I'm gonna rephrase.
No, we're dealing with your question first,
I'm gonna rephrase it, so
we're not running away from you.
I said, okay. The question was this:
go to Genesis 5.
Adam and Eve had 2 children, Cain and Abel. Cain killed Abel because he was jealous of the offering.
Yeah, we remember.
Then he went to the land of Nod and married on to another. That's where he was at. Where did the crowd?
Okay, now here we go. This is Genesis 5. This is the book of the generations of Adam. In the day that God created man, in the likeness of God made he him. Male and female created he them, and blessed them, and called their name Adam.
Right.
Okay, break it down to Bob.
So you saying that's the answer?
Yeah.
Other people can.
Well, no, we're gonna break it down for you. So your idea of just a man and a woman just coming out of this piece, that's what you're saying.
I asked you. Adam and Eve
had
2 children, let's say it is. And Cain killed Abel.
It's a people.
Cain was cursed.
Okay, go ahead.
The mark of the beast, you know what I'm saying? And he married off to a lady or a woman or a girl or whatever in another tribe in the land of Nod. Okay. So I'm asking you, a tribe represents not one person.
Exactly.
Many people.
Exactly.
So I'm asking you, where did that tribe come from? Because it couldn't have came from Adam and Eve.
Adam is a people.
I'm just saying.
You're saying this is what you're not understanding. You're saying that Adam is just a one person created. That's what you believe in.
No.
In your mind, that's what you're thinking.
No.
That's what you're thinking.
No, don't say what I'm thinking. I can tell you what
But let me tell you what the scriptures are saying.
We were talking about.
Go ahead.
When we started, brother, we were talking about the beginning of all races. You said Adam. That's what you said, Adam. Yeah. In that book. It's the beginning of all races.
Did you hear what I read in that book?
But I said that's what we talked about. The beginning of all races.
Look here. Let me just break it down to you. Adam is a people. It's not just one man.
I understand that. Believe me,
So when he went off and he dwelt and got with that woman, when he left and went to that woman, that was people that was created in that time frame. That's the people of Adam.
Right.
The Adams, like we are Israelites.
Yeah, I understand. I know Adam.
Read verse 2 again.
Here, let me read this for you.
My point is this, right?
Go ahead.
You know, and I don't mean to be facetious.
Go ahead.
My point is this. Right now, you know, for black people, I think, I'm 56 years old, and that's no make a difference, but I'm saying, in my point of view, we don't have time for bullshit. You know, motherfuckers don't have the real king, all that hocus pocus, ghosty shit. We don't have time for that right now. We got our time as a people right now.
Hey, listen, bro.
Is to get together.
Listen, if you don't believe,
wake up, right?
Go listen. Read this. We're gonna give him the message, and if you don't want to hear it, let him go down the street.
Yeah.
Read verse 2.
Yeah, look.
I'll leave though.
Listen. Male and
no, bro, you ain't listening, bro. We're here to teach. You're trying to do the teaching. Yeah. It's time for you. Your generation is the reason why we're in this condition. Because y'all didn't want to hearken unto the Most High. Go ahead.
Verse 2. Male and female created he them, and blessed them, and called their name Adam.
That's plural. That's a plural. That's more than one Adam.
That's
now we're saying that the people that are on the earth came from one man who was known as Adam, which was fallen from the beginning.
6,000 years ago.
Everybody else that was on the earth that did not come from that particular man, that was shown and given the understanding and was given the animals to call by the name that he feels like you want to call them. Everybody else, everybody on the earth came from that particular one. So you can talk about whether or not the other people existed. If Noah had brothers, it don't matter. Everybody came forth from the same line of Adam through Noah.
Is that what you believe, bro? I ain't denying it. You know one thing about this?
The key word
about this here, it don't upset me.
Get Mark chapter 16,
I'm able to talk to anybody about it. It don't upset me.
Listen, man. You're talking about Lucy. You ain't trying to listen to us, man.
I'm not all emotional about it, man.
You're not trying to listen, man. Go down the street.
I hear you.
Go down the street. Same for you. Give him Mark chapter 16.
This is Mark chapter 16 and 16. He that believeth and is baptized shall be saved, but he that believeth not shall be damned.
Yeah, we're here to preach the gospel.
We're here to preach the gospel.
Listen, man, you've seen a lot of stuff that has happened to our people. You're older than us. You should be more upset about us. Give me Ecclesiastes chapter 7 and 7. This guy been on the earth for damn near 70 years, and he ain't upset about our condition as a people.
All right.
Give me Ecclesiastes 7 and 7. Huh?
This is Ecclesiastes 7 and verse 7. Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad, and a gift destroyeth the heart.
This guy is not mad at all. We've been on the earth he's been on the earth for damn near 70 years. Then seen our people go from having 2 parents in the household to crack drug dealing and complete madness in our community, and he ain't even upset. He over here thinking it's a game, man.
Ain't no game, bro. Ain't no game.
He should be the most more upset than we are, because you actually seen a complete down degeneration of our nation.
Well,
you get what I'm saying, Doc?
That's right, bro. Yeah, man, you can tell on the dude's face, man. He ain't
about nothing, man.
And he wasn't trying to get into this.
Get Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 28, man. This guy over here, you damn near 70 years old. You done seen our community turn completely upside down. It ain't even bothering.
Well, you can definitely see it by the way that he operates. You can look at his dress.
It's ridiculous, man.
28 and 28. This is Deuteronomy 28, verse 28. What you want? Yeah. The Lord smite thee with madness and blindness and astonishment of heart, and thou shalt grope at noonday, as blind gropeth in the darkness.
We're pretty much at noonday right now. The dude can't see a damn thing.
Walking in
Look at the state of our people. You see our people jacked up. Look at the state of our men.
That's right.
Walking around homeless because what these Edomites have done to our people. And then these Edomites will act like they didn't bring drugs into our community. Ain't no Jake and Third Ward got a plane that goes from Columbia to Scott Street.
That's right.
They gonna act like that stuff we just materialize that stuff on our own.
And thou shalt not prosper in thy ways.
That's why that dude ain't prosperous in his ways, man. I guarantee you all kind of stuff is messed up with him, man.
Yeah, all kind of hell.
He probably ain't got the woman, he probably got kids that he don't see no more. He trying to link up with his homeboy, you know? You already know the story was a guy like him, man. 60-something years old. You could go back in time and you could tell exactly what the hell was going on back then. And then he's seen all that, the downfall of our people.
Right.
And he ain't even upsetting them, dude.
That's right. And thou shalt be only oppressed and spoiled evermore, and no man shall save thee.
Yeah, we're trying to give him we're trying to give him the deliverer, but that's the culmination of the end of the curses.
Right.
Because if no man saved you, you wasn't of the elect. And the Most High didn't want you. He could come here trying to talk about that Lucy stuff and all that. He don't want to listen.
He didn't want to admit that everybody came from Adam is what it was. He up here coming up, some people before Adam.
Yeah, I know he was getting into because he was going to go into That's why I said just go straight to the point. Give them called their name Adam, meaning there was more than one Adam. But we're talking about one that came forth out. If Noah had 10 brothers, it don't matter.
Yeah, exactly.
Everybody, when you go back to Noah's line, he came back from a particular man that was actually shown as Adam and his wife was Eve. It don't matter about who else was on the earth with him at the time in that particular generation that was created from the ground. Because Adam is Adama, which means ground. That's what it means. It's actually Adama.
Yeah. Hey, what's going on,
But this guy, he's over here, like I said, we ain't got time for these people, bro.
Yeah,
you can already see by that he wasn't with it, man. He wasn't trying to listen. He was trying to be a teacher. What was you teaching your kids?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And what are you teaching your grandkids if you even know them?
Right.
You get where I'm coming from?
That's right. Let me see. What's that, Jeremiah?
He should wonder, why are we on the street every Saturday preaching this thing? You should make you feel some type of way to see young men younger than you.
Yeah.
You should be making you saying, man, what's making them be this crazy before the world and looked at as crazy by coming out here every Saturday to try and tell our people that they need to believe on Yahawashi.
Right.
That should make you say something like, man, there's got to be something going on, or that's happened to our people, that these guys to be this desperate. We're acting in an act of desperation, man.
Yeah, that's right, that's right, man. Cause see, that guy obviously had a lot of play inside of him, man. See, he not understanding why we in this condition right now. He not understanding what's written on that wall right there, bro. This is Jeremiah 11:17. For the Lord of hosts that planted thee hath pronounced evil against thee, for the evil of the house of Israel and the house of Judah, which they have done against themselves, to provoke me to anger for offering incense unto Baal, going into other gods, man. And what he'll be doing in the next couple of days.
Yeah, he'll be doing
that, bro.
Celebrating New Year's.
Exactly, man.
Then wonder why our people are getting their butts kicked across the freaking world, man. Talking about black this, black that. Get out of here, man. As soon as he see a cop, he in fear for his life.
Right.
Then he's gonna come here acting like I told him I got an I love New York on your head, man.
Right. No, wait still when them cats come in.
Then he didn't want us to answer his question, man. That's why with them, man, I just get straight to the point, man. Either you take it or you don't, man. A guy like him, man, he just gonna play around and then be talking some other badness, man.
Right.
You know, at that age, how many doctors has he kind of run across and he could kind of dip back through? At one point, he might have been to Nation of Islam for all we know. At his age, he might have been rolling with Malcolm X and, you know,
Right.
Who was Farrakhan and stuff. Or freaking Quano X.
Because basically, that dude is in opposition to himself, man. That dude opposing himself because he don't follow the will of Yahweh, bro.
He really don't want to hearken, bro. Because at the end of the day, we were going to give him the answer. Before the camera rolled up, we was talking with him. And he was saying about black people, this, that, and other. We said, okay, let's say, because we asked him, brother, you know, what are y'all? Say, we Israelites.
Yeah, right.
And then he said, okay, well, you know, we black, but okay, everybody black. Everybody came from all the same people. And he said, okay, well, let's go into that. Let's go into who's black, what's black. Where's the nation called black in the Bible? Let's deal with that.
You pulled the book out on him.
You know, I was going to pull the Zondervan on him. Okay, so everybody came from Africa. Okay, where in Africa?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Valid questions, bro.
Yeah, these are valid questions.
Valid questions.
Talking about Lucy. Okay, what about Lucy? Lucy's not in the Bible.
Yeah, he just didn't want to. He just didn't want to hear that answer, bro. He didn't want to hear that answer.
We're gonna get into this January thing.
Yeah. We're gonna dig into January.
Because
basically, man, this January 1st that's about to come up, man. These people about to throw on their party hats, get toe up again, just like they got toe up on Tammuz's birthday. You know, they're gonna get toe up again, forsake the Most High, and they'll stay within their iniquity. And see, they keep on repeating the same iniquities or sins over and over again, year after year. And you see, just like the brother said earlier, you see brothers on the block every weekend, man, pushing this word, coming out against stuff that's all this graffiti that's written across these walls over here. Happy New Year's 2018 coming in, man. Not knowing that they worshiping gods that the Most High is pissed off about, bro. Just like I read that scripture, because they have burned incense unto Baal. That's a god back in the past, man. Been remixed all over and over again, just like today, bro. And people gonna follow these other remixed gods over and over, year after year, man. And they looking at us and saying, look at these Negroes out here in dresses, saying all this negative stuff towards us, not knowing that we up here trying to push this word so that they can get out of predicament that they are in, man, and do things that's pleasing unto the Most High. But what Jake do? Jake want to come up with other stuff contrary to what we trying to tell them, and then come up here and teach us some outside the scriptures.
If this dude knew a damn thing, where would our people be? If he knew anything, if him and his generation knew anything, where would our people be? You know, they don't know anything, man. That's why really the older people, they gonna have to listen to the younger men, man. That's how the Most High set it up.
That's how he set it up.
Because when the Most High set up Jeremiah, Ezekiel, and Isaiah, those are younger men.
Right.
Didn't Ezekiel get a vision we just brought out last week of the ancient men? In the temple, basically praying to Tammuz.
Yep.
That was the ancient men. Ezekiel was a young man.
Look, son of man, look at what these men do.
Take a picture with me.
No.
Watch out. We in the camp.
It's no control issue. I'm not that type of man.
Well, we don't want to take a picture.
Yeah.
If you want to listen to our message, that's different.
Absolutely, go ahead.
But we're not here. We're not the Snapchat kings.
No, I'm not doing Snapchat.
Or Instagram.
This is just a personal photography.
Okay, about
so
what?
You can assume. Assumptions are welcome, but okay. I want to listen.
Oh, good.
I'm very open-minded.
Hey, well, we going into the. Well, we can keep on this. Like the brother just said, like Jeremiah was a younger man, man. And just like what did Ezekiel? What did he say? He say, "Son of man, look at what the Israelites do in the shadows or whatever." And these dudes was up here doing all kind of madness. This is a young man that he showed the vision to show our people where we going off. Young man come up there and try to tell you something, and then what are the older dudes doing?
So Moses, I have a question. Moses in the Bible, he was struck down because of his doubt of God, right? He completely disobeyed God. God gave him simple commandments. He said, "I have the objective for you to lead these people out of Israel." Now he failed him. He doubted God. God struck him down at 100 years old.
If you want to have a conversation with somebody, put your phone down,
I'm asking you a question. I'm just
like you. I promise you, there's no ridicule. Sign of disrespect, man.
No disrespect.
No, you're disrespectful, dude. If you want to respect us, put your camera down, dude.
Free expression is
put your camera down. If you don't respect us,
free expression is very important. The thing is,
whatever, dude.
When the white man does things, it's very corrupt, and I know exactly what you're out here for.
Yeah, whatever.
Believe it or not,
you don't care about us.
I don't care about you. I don't even know who you are. You never give me an introduction.
If you want to respect us, get your camera down.
That's respect.
You don't respect us.
See, you're not showing respect.
I love your message.
You go. See this guy?
Joshua Jones.
He's an Edomite, and he's going
I'm not an Edomite. My name is Joshua. The definition is strong and brave.
You're going to be put in slavery. The word Joshua does not mean strong and brave.
He himself led Moses' people after he doubted God
you're not
out of
Moses'
Israel.
people because you don't have no respect.
You can call it what you want.
You'll be smoking a cancer stick right in front of her face.
Exactly.
Respect is the key of the fact that you look at me as a white man and not a man.
Hey,
and that's that.
Get out of here, dude.
That's okay. Hey, facts are facts. Knowledge is
You're an Edomite, man. You're Edomite, and you and yours are going into captivity, man.
Having a grasp is one thing.
You're going into captivity, man.
Hey, just to let you people know. Yes, see if it's.
You know.
These people here, bro. Hey, today, these spirits are active today, bro. They active today, man. You got all these weirdos coming up here today, bro. This is crazy, man. I was trying to find my Ezekiel Edomite scriptures. I couldn't even find a doggone thing, man. Like, man, we up here trying to go into some Januaries and all these demons coming up here.
No, he ain't got no respect.
Yeah.
If he had respect, he put his camera down.
Need to put the camera and the cigarette, man. I want to bring that down. I want to bring that.
Respect. Oh no, I do respect. That's typical Esau, man. Get Psalm chapter 50. Get Psalm 55 and 20.
All right.
Let me get that January's ready.
Boy, these doggone people out here today, bro. This is Psalms 55 and 20. Psalms 55 and 20. He hath put forth his hands. He hath put forth his hands against such as be at peace with him.
Yeah, that's what his people did. You're gonna sit there and admit that his people did wickedness to us, but then you don't want to rectify it. You don't want to change it.
Right,
Like I was, just like they'll come through and they'll bring up the holocausts. But then the same person that's bringing that up is telling us to forget about our past. But then you're gonna bring up a fake event that occurred 70 years ago that you can't even explain.
And then when you try to bring up our plight, then they're like, "Oh, that was a horrible thing.
Oh, that was in the past. I gotta get over it."
You got to get over it.
But then we got to watch Schindler's List every freaking so-called march or whatever when they ended the so-called World War II. We got to see Schindler's List on freaking NBC with intermissions on it.
But never nothing about the 100 million that crossed over that ocean and got disappeared.
So at the end of the day, a guy like him, he don't give a damn. If you had respect, he could at least put his phone down.
Yeah.
Said if you have a question, we have no problem answering. But he wanted to record and act a demon and keep smoking his cancer stick, man.
And all that smoke coming over here, man. I don't want to breathe that crap, man.
But he respect us. You know?
Yeah, ain't no respect, bro.
Ain't no respect, man. If it was 1950, he couldn't wait to get a mob to try and get us.
Yeah, that's right.
That's just the realness, man. I even told an Edomite chick, she told me, back when I was in college, she was over here talking about how she cares about our people, yada, yada, yada. I said, first of all, you lying. Because one, your grandmother, your grandmother, your grandfather You even said yourself that they were racist, and I guarantee if they saw a lynching, they were sitting there smiling in the picture too.
Right.
Because they're from East Texas. And they said, you know? Right. So you can't tell me y'all don't got freaking souvenirs and stuff and postcards that y'all don't pass around as a family with lynched Jakes on it. So you can go down the street too. You know what I'm saying?
Man, you know what?
Get Isaiah chapter 14, verse 21.
Yeah, because
we're not going to be confounded by these demons, man. We got the gospel, we got the truth, man.
Yeah.
We got Yahawashi. These people's days is numbered, man, and they know it. They know it deep down inside, man. That's why they're trying to live it up.
What you looking for?
Isaiah 14 and 22.
This is Isaiah.
And then you can get Lamentations 24 and 21.
This is Isaiah 14 and 22. For I will rise up against them, saith. This
21,
is 21. This is Isaiah 14 and 21. Prepare slaughter for his children, for the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise, nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities.
Yeah, that's what they've done. This place is called Houston by a demon by the name of Sam Houston. And we're on Prairie, we're on Preston. These are named after Edomites, man.
And then you look down this street, and you look down this street.
You have to tell the guy go down Travis, and then go past Travis, go to Walker.
Yeah, exactly.
When this is the land of the North American Indians who are the tribe of Gad.
And what did they do here? They feel what are we in right now?
We're basically standing on top of bones, man. Bones, and then on top of that, concrete.
Right.
Rock, like we're in Mount Seir.
Exactly. Because that's their MO, man. They rock people.
Yeah.
Caucasus Mountain, bro.
Yeah. I mean, that's just what it is, man. I mean, the guy wants to go into, see, we had two people come up talking about race, but neither one of them wanted to even go into what the Bible says. This guy wanted to talk about white people, this, that, other. We was ready to give him some information, but we saw by his spirit he was disrespectful. Because if he was respectful, if the Most High was ready for him to hear the word, when we said, hey, put your phone down,
he would have put the phone down. Yep.
So the fact that he didn't put his phone down showed you what kind of spirit he had on him. That the Most High didn't want him to hear it, man. He was just coming up trying to scoff, and we resisted the devil and he fled.
Yep, that's right.
So go to Lamentations chapter 4 and verse 21.
This is Lamentations 4 and 21. Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwellest in the land of Uz. The cup also shall pass through unto thee. Thou shalt be drunken and shalt make thyself naked.
Yep, and that's what they're gonna do.
That's
man.
right. That's right.
That's what he's gonna do. He's gonna get drunk on January 31st and probably make himself naked and be another bugged out Edomite
on January 1st.
On January 1st, man.
That's right.
You know, because his own elites don't even care about him, man. They got him smoking a cancer stick.
Hey, and push the same point. See, the funny thing about Esau, about these Edomites, is that, like the brother just said, they don't care about their own, bro. They'll do everything for their agenda just to make that dollar. So the whole
collateral damage.
It's collateral
for doing business.
Exactly. The same thing. See, they look at us and they say, "Oh, okay. Well, we're gonna do this here to knock these blacks, Native Americans, and Latinos out the picture." But what they do, they psych y'all out too. They psych y'all out by pushing the same poison they pushing on us. So how about that?
And the thing about it, while we were going through it, did any of them come to our aid and say what is happening to us is wrong? How many of them did that?
Absolutely.
Very few and rare. And some of those that did, they were killed. The guy that made the drug movement.
Right.
They put him to death because he exposed them bringing drugs into our community. Like I said, ain't no Jake out there over in South Park in 3rd Ward got a plane going back and forth to Columbia, dude, to get cocaine.
Right.
Get out of here with that, man. Ain't no Jake making guns. We don't make Remington, Smith & Wesson, you know, Ruger. We don't make that stuff. So where are the guns coming from? We don't got no factory.
That's right.
So these people play games. The same thing with that whole Chicago thing, man. Like I've been telling y'all for so long. Like Paul said, for the space of 3 years, I warned you. Right. That whole thing in Chicago is all fake, man. They had the lowest murder rate in history in Chicago over the last 10 years. Go back as far as the Prohibition days, all the way up until the early 2000s. That was the when you had the most per capita murders. The murder rate was high. After that, it dipped down tremendously. But then they had to throw out the narrative, and you Jakes bit on it and believed it. Because your oppressor was telling you, oh, Chicago this, Chicago that. Then they had to go and actually make it happen last year by actually going out and killing a whole bunch of people and then actually having the numbers reflect what they've been trying to say.
Right.
Because it wasn't matching up.
Doing all these crimes wearing freaking black masks and everything.
Yeah,
bro.
you seen them?
I saw that mask, bro. That was a realistic looking mask, bro. I look at that mask, I was like, man, that look like a brother.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Have skin texture.
Edomite had a mask that looked just like a Jacob on his face. And you can buy those. They actually have a place out there in California where they make those realistic masks.
Yep.
And they'll get those things shipped over to other cities, and then they'll have their federal agents put those on and go out and commit crimes and say gang rhetoric as if they're the opposing gang.
Right.
They're talking about, oh, this is on BD, boom, 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 and it'd be an Edomite shooting.
Yeah, and the crazy thing is,
or a wicked Jake that hates his own people.
Right. And the crazy thing is, you'll see the Edomite come out there with a black mask on, pull his hand out with the gun, then his hand all white. Come on, bro. Man. Come on, man.
And they even caught one of them shooting at people, man, on camera, man.
On camera, bro.
A damn federal agent out there doing a drive-by.
Look at that, man. Look at that.
People caught him, man. He ended up getting away, of course.
But of course, that'll never make it on national news.
Nope.
You know?
See, that's how the deception that's going on.
And see, that brother that was up here, man, he don't know nothing about that, man. He walking up and down the street, you know, up here getting ready for his New Year's or whatever, bro. Brother don't care about that, bro. You got young men on the corner of the street up here trying to teach you the truth, man.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. That's why it's like when you see a lot of these older people, man, you know,
they out of there, bro.
They're out of there, man. They're really done. A lot of them. Now some of them gonna come out of it, but that dude right there, the way he was approaching and coming up to us is like, dude, if you want to ask us who we are, let us go into the scriptures. You don't want us going to the scriptures. You want to talk about Lucy. We're trying to give you the truth of what's going on. We're trying to give you our identity. We're trying to give you the information so you can bethink yourself.
Right.
So that way you can be like, yo, I'm not black.
Right.
Like isn't it crazy how before you came up, you was talking about Kendrick Lamar?
Yeah.
I'm not black no more.
I'm not black no more.
That's the spirit that he came up and did that. Because he just literally talked about that right before he stepped up. Then the Most High showed it, made it manifest.
Yeah, made it manifest. And then we had the old wicked Edomite slide up.
That was Edomite, man.
That was a straight Edomite, man.
Yeah. We're not talking about because he was just by his spirit, man.
Yeah. Because we asked the dude, hey man, please put your phone down. He didn't do it. Hey man, put your cancer stick down, bro. We over here smelling stuff. He didn't do it.
Yeah. If that was Jake, if Jake was putting his camera out, he'd be talking while he'd be like, you guys is we know how Jake do. Because if Jake had his camera up filming us, he'd be talking trash while he's doing it. He wouldn't be trying to act like I'm Mr. Nice Guy while doing it.
Right.
Jake don't do that, man.
Yeah,
that's how we know that was an Edomite.
That was a definite Edomite right there.
You know?
That's why
Jake had the camera up. Man, you guys bugged out. Y'all don't know what y'all talking about. Man, y'all stupid. Y'all don't know. Man, I got y'all niggas on Instagram. Instagram Live. You guys don't know what you're talking about.
Right.
Whatever, man. You don't know what you're talking about, man. Right. And then walk away.
That's how
Jake will do.
But not Esau.
Esau like, oh no, I want to listen. Oh no, I want to hear what you have to say. Yeah, whites did some things, bad things, terrible things to y'all.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, get down the street, bro.
We got something for
man, Esau.
The Most High got something for Esau. This is Ezekiel 25:14. And I will lay my vengeance upon Edom by the hand of my people Israel, and they shall do in Edom according to my anger and according to my fury, and they shall know my vengeance, saith the Lord Yahweh. Come on, man. See, Esau. It's all fun and games for Esau right now, man. He want to come in. He want to knit and pick with Jake, with us up here, bro. But hey, man, it's a time that's gonna come where all that stuff is gonna stop. And you know what? Y'all gonna be on that receiving end, because Jake been receiving this here for hundreds of years right now, man. But y'all's time is coming, bro.
Yep. That's
what's gonna happen to y'all, Esau.
Yeah, we got that prophecy too. Let me see where it is. This is Numbers, chapter 24, and we'll start at verse 17. And I shall see him, but not now. I shall behold him, but not nigh. There shall come a star out of Jacob, and a scepter shall rise out of Israel, and shall smite the corners of Moab, and shall destroy all the children of Sheth. And Edom shall be a possession. Seir also shall be a possession for his enemies, and Israel shall do valiantly.
There you go.
So it's gonna be a battle, man.
That's right.
You know, the Most High, that's what you want to be a part of, man.
Right.
You want to be part of that number that's raised up in the last day for battle, man.
Yep.
Because when you even look it up, it says, I'll raise him up in the last day. When you go into that, it tells you that word for raise up means to prepare one unto war, man.
Yep. That's right.
That's what it says in the Greek when you say that I'll raise him up on the last day. What? For war.
Yep, that's right.
For war against Esau, man. That's why the Most High made their military might so high. All their wicked inventions, as it's called in 2nd Ezra, the 13th chapter. Their wicked inventions is all the stuff that they've made, even the airplanes, because it comes from them. The root of it is wicked, man. Yep. They'll make something that is supposed to be for life, and they'll weaponize it, man. Esau weaponizes everything that is supposed to be useful for you.
You weaponize.
He says, "How can I weaponize this?"
Yeah,
That's what he always says.
Hey, look. He takes everything and weaponizes it, man, just to see what'll happen to you too. Hey, he's a mad scientist, bro. Hey, let me
this guy, this Stigi experiment. Come on, man. These Edomites is out there, bro.
Them boys is done, bro.
Anybody talking about all to be saved don't know what they're talking about.
It's a wrap, man. It's a wrap. Cause see, the thing is,
you got a question?
Good today.
You got a question?
No. I just wanted to let you know you guys look pretty good.
All right.
On the video.
Okay. See,
this guy clearly he's an agent, right?
Yeah,
or agent provocateur.
Exactly.
He threw up his 666. He had his hand tucked inside of his jacket.
Did you see that, bro?
Yeah.
Bruh, when he walked up here, he had his job just like this here in his jacket. And then he comes up here and then he throws up his little symbol. Now he right there.
Yeah, I see him.
Yeah, man. Boy, hey, we got there's some weird spirits going on right here, bro.
Nah, he knew what he was doing.
There's some weird spirits.
He threw up the 666.
Yeah.
And then he had his hand inside his pocket, which is the hidden hand.
Which is the hidden hand. Exactly.
Then he had that Edomite, what do you call it? The alt-right.
Yeah.
The alt-right cut, where they kind of shaved the side of their head.
I see. We got a lot of weirdos rolling around here today, bro. Lot of.
Because the thing about it is, Esau thinks that he's going to be able to somehow take us down as a people. They really believe that. You know?
Yep, they do. But see, the Most High ain't raising up little kids to do this work, though, bro. He raising up men to do this work, man. And see, a cat like that, man, hey, well, these cats here today.
Yeah, he's a lower level luminary, probably.
Yeah.
Because first of all, if you're really, what's it called? He would come here more subtle.
Yeah.
But what he did that because he wanted to make it known.
He wanted to make it known that he was part of that piece.
Yeah.
Because, man, the thing was so obvious. Why you coming up here with your coat?
Yeah, I knew he didn't have no gun in him.
And then he come up and then he throw up the 666 right there, bro.
Yeah. He threw up the 666 and said, y'all doing good.
Yeah.
So he might have got his what's it called? He might have went to the Church of Satan and got himself some 10 mil advance for sacrifice unto Baal or unto Baphomet. He definitely looked like a Satanist.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So at the end of the day, he had questions. He would have known, but at the end of the day, he would know what they're doing, man. I feel like they know. Go to Isaiah chapter 59 and verse 19.
Is that Isaiah?
Yeah.
55. What you say?
59 and verse 19.
This is Isaiah 59 and 19. So shall they fear the name of Yahweh from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, the spirit of Yahweh shall lift up a standard against him.
Yeah, so that's what's going to happen, man.
Yep.
When the enemy says, they're thinking that they're going to plot and do whatever, but if the Most High is with you, who could be against you?
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
You know, they gotta move in their own. They gotta tread lightly. You know what I'm saying? They gotta tread lightly because if he knows like the elites know, they can't just move up on us any kind of way, man.
Right. They can only move according to the will. We find that out in the book of Job, when Satan had to go up to Yahweh to ask if he can touch the man. And that's the same way that Esau has to operate today. They can't do nothing, man, without permission. They'll have their witches up here in these top buildings right now, doing their little seances, asking these demonic principalities.
Or you know, he might think that we're just we're some agents as well, because you got agent provocateurs in Israel. He might even think, oh, you guys, one of them guys to set up,
right,
preach a false gospel.
Right, that's right, that's right.
That could be also his thinking, because we know there are guys not too far from where we stay that you know, are in that coven.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Coming in with that peace, man. Hey, I ain't even think about that. That's a good look right there. Cause, hey, man,
it's not like what you saying we're on the internet. Yeah, we put ourselves on the internet, on the public space for people to see. So we're not scared of that.
Yeah.
See, listen, at the end of the day, and this is for people that are scared to preach the gospel, listen, man, we're, as just being the seed of Jacob, you're already a marked enemy, bro.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Because people think that all of a sudden, because you was out preaching, that you're going to be more of a marked enemy to Esau than guys that weren't preaching, man.
That's crazy.
Listen, you think they're going to Chicago to lock it down and declare martial law because of a handful of brothers that preach on the block only?
Absolutely.
They're going to go down and mow down guys that are scoffers that come up to the block talking about Lucy.
Yeah, that's what they're going to do.
Like this dude. Remember, they don't have no respect for the old or the young, man.
That's right.
They ain't gonna care about him having arthritis and he can barely walk and he got freaking, gout or high blood pressure, or he done had a stroke that he's still trying to get over. Man, they gonna mow him down.
Yep.
They don't give a damn.
So what was that? What's that scripture? I put a mark upon them.
Yeah.
Was that Ezekiel 9?
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Because that goes back to what this guy wasn't doing.
That's Ezekiel 9:4. It's Ezekiel 9:4. And Yahweh said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof, man.
This guy, he's living the life, man.
Yeah.
He loving this place, man. He about to party like it's 1999, man.
Yeah.
That's what he about to be jamming, man. That's some old Jakes be jamming.
Yeah.
Every New Year's. That's what he about to do. He about, oh man, put that Prince on it for me.
Yeah. Oh, he ready.
Zero, over, oops, but out of the time. That's what he gonna be doing, man.
And boy, hey man, these boys getting ready for this wickedness, man. Man, and he's stuffing their ears to this truth, boy.
Yeah, by now, he should be in a position where he's saying, man, what is the future gonna hold, man?
You know what?
I'm an old man. I'm gonna pass away. What can I give? What can I leave?
What should
to
be
the next generation?
According to the age that he gave us, man. Us two brothers right here, we should be at that brother's feet up there getting knowledge, bro.
Come on, Op.
We should be at that brother's feet. Hey, man. What I mean, boom. What this mean, bro? What this mean, bro?
Yep.
The scriptures say this. What does this mean, man? That guy, man, it's totally opposite, man.
We got to be honest, man. Even though we know the Most High raised us up in this particular generation. But even when you look back on it, man, our parents and our grandparents, they failed us, man. Now the Most High did close their eyes. Yeah. But they still failed us because they should have told us who our enemy was. They shouldn't have had us believing in the system that destroyed us.
They had the most experience, They had the most experience. They got the brunt of that stuff, bro.
Yeah.
We came up in a generation. I mean, the cops are still doing this stuff.
We came up in a time when we could actually come to a downtown Houston. You couldn't do that 70 years ago.
Right.
70 years ago, we can only go as far as Third Ward.
Right.
That's it. 70 years ago, you better be in Third Ward only. And if you come down here, you better be working as a busboy or something. You better have a freaking badge that says, I work at Sam Houston Hotel.
Right.
Right there. That's an old hotel. You better have a badge saying, sir, I'm down here. I work as a busboy at Sam Houston Hotel, sir.
Can you imagine the stuff that went on in that spot back in the Gap, bro? Yeah. Man, this hotel is old, man.
It's very old, bro. That joker is in the old pictures you see of Houston. Exactly. Downtown Houston back in the day.
Hey, man, this thing is really old, man. No telling what type of atrocities been happening to Jake inside that building, man. They done pulled some Jake who was probably the bellboy up in there, and then, yes, sir.
Yep. Or because Joe Louis won a boxing match, they done took the nearest Jake they could see down here and killed him. That's the type of stuff Edomites do, man. So you guys, man, we about to. That's why we're gonna do a series, man. I'm not gonna give the name of the series. I already told the brother Yerumya, not Yerumya. Down the street.
Another Yerumya.
I already told that brother, man, we about to do the series, man. These boys about to be sick, man. Because we got to remind our people, and we got to remind them of their charge, man, of why the Most High is going to destroy them. Right. Now, are you getting something real quick?
Yo, you got something? Go ahead.
Yeah, let me get that. That was Jeremiah. It's not 16 yet. We'll get Jeremiah chapter 28 and verse 8. Okay. It says, the prophets that have been before me and before of old prophesied against many countries and against many kingdoms of war, of evil, and of pestilence. So he prophesied against them, meaning that he wished that he spoke ill of their future judgments, man.
Right.
You know? So there's nothing wrong with basically saying that. In the midst of that, we have to preach the gospel, man. So we got, you know, to our people because of the perils to come.
Yeah, because you can't forget that aspect, because you got to push the gospel, but you got to remind your people of their enemy, man.
Yeah, you do.
Because you know what'll happen, man? If you don't tell your people about your enemy, what are they gonna do? They gonna repeat the cycle of ignorance over and over again, trusting in these people that don't have their interest in the best.
That's why then I asked myself, when that Lucy thing, I said, what were the race of the people that told you that? You know?
Yep.
But this is a guy who's old enough to remember when they had white and colored signs. Right. That dude was around. That dude's my old man's age, man. My old man is probably maybe a couple of years older than he is, bro. So what is he talking about, dude?
So this dude, man.
You know? That's why even when it tells you in Deuteronomy that thine enemy shall be found liars unto thee, that's even talking about Israelites, man.
Yeah.
Thine enemies, other Israelites too, that shall be found liars unto thee.
Right. That's right. This is Amos 1:11. Thus said Yahweh, for 3 transgressions of Edom, and for 4 I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because he did pursue his brother with the sword, and did cast off all pity, and his anger did tear perpetually, and he kept his wrath forever. Come on, man. Look at that.
Boy.
Hey, had to come right.
Hey, we don't mind having a discussion with him.
Yeah, hey, he come on and
that boy have his tongue fall upon himself dealing with us.
But this is just to let you know, man. The anger of Esau towards Jacob.
So they cast off all pity. So that means when you was in suffering, your kid crying, it didn't matter. He didn't have no empathy, man. He's a demon.
Have mercy upon me. Have mercy, because you know Jake was asking them to have mercy. Man, you know
Massa, please, Massa.
So what's gonna happen when the reverse comes?
No mercy.
No mercy shall be shown to he who showed no mercy, man. You ain't gonna have no mercy during that time. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because even when you go to the epistles and stuff, because Yahawashi had a specific message, but it tells you that he left the others unto the apostles to go into.
Yeah.
So when you go into Romans chapter 9, it tells you, we go Romans 9 and chapter verse 22. It says, what if God, willing to show his wrath and to make his power known, endured with much long suffering the vessels of wrath fitted to destruction? Okay? Because it tells you up above that he made out of the same lump one to receive mercy and one to not receive mercy. Right. Which is talking about Jacob and Esau. Okay? Now it's fitting that this is in Romans, okay? The book of Romans, because the Romans, the people that were rulership of Rome were Edomites, which is historically chronicled even by their own people. Right. I got a book written in 1853 that's called Rome, the Empire of the Edomites. Yeah. It's written by an Edomite himself.
And it's amazing.
Now, how come they don't teach that in schools, man? Now, I'll keep going. Verse 23. And that he make known the riches of his glory on the vessels of mercy, which he hath afore prepared unto glory. Okay? So, the riches, and we don't even understand the depth of the riches of this. Right. That's why sometimes we just gotta have an understanding of what is we doing this for. Right. You know what I'm saying? Because it's so much more than what we even can imagine or comprehend or even understand. Even us whom he hath called, not of the Jews only, but also of the Gentiles. Now, how is he going to be talking about Jacob and Esau, and then he's going to say that? Yeah, right. Because he's talking about those that were in the covenant, keeping it, and those that fell away, that were still of Israel. Yep. Because if they're the Gentiles, then it's fitted to destruction. If they're really Gentiles. Yep. That's right.
Because man, see, the thing that happens in Israel. The thing that happens in Israel, see, man, everybody always wants to group Israel and say Israel all as a whole, but not understanding that the Most High is making a distinct separation between certain Israelites, man. Yep. And you got to have that understanding when you understand judgment and salvation. You know, because most of people want to say, well, we're going to come in anyway type thing.
Yeah, that's not happening.
which is a very dangerous doctrine to preach, man,
Yeah.
because that'll cause a brother to stay on his path of unrighteousness and not even consider, you know, the will of Yahweh, man.
Exactly. That's basically what's happened with that type of doctrine.
Yep.
You know, when you go through it, clearly it has a distinction between those that believe and those who do not believe. Man.
Yep, that's right.
It don't matter if you're of the seed of Israel. That's why it says not all Israel are all Israel. It doesn't mean that you're going to be a part of that chosen.
Yeah.
You gotta basically believe. That's why we have to come through and bring in the information concerning the straight gate of salvation, man.
Mm-hmm. And see, and this is why you have to seek the Most High for yourself with your whole heart, mind, and soul, man. Because if you put it into another individual, they can deter you, man.
Yeah.
They can turn the wheel on you. You're supposed to be in the driver's seat of yourself, man.
That's right.
In that sense. But then when you allow somebody else, they turn you down a path of destruction. Like this is 2 Chronicles 15:12. And they entered into a covenant to seek the Lord God of their fathers with all their heart and with all their soul, that whosoever would not seek the Lord Yahweh of Israel should be put to death, whether small or great, whether man or woman. So you see what happens, man? These are the people that are not seeking. See, if you're not seeking for yourself, just like I said earlier, and you give your attention to another person, that person can take you into another direction that'll cause you to be against the Most High, man. So you always have to check. When you're being taught something, you always have to go back and check certain things, man. Because see, they'll twist the scripture up for you. And then when you read in the context, and you say, hold up, this ain't, I know he broke that down to him, but man, if I read down, it's giving me a different understanding of this, man. And we experienced that early on, you know. So I mean, most guys, we just gotta be cognizant of what we listening to, because the person you give your mind to, man, he has the power to make you, you know, to make you an enemy to the Most High, man.
Yep.
You know, so you got to be cognizant of that stuff, bro.
Yeah. So that's what it tells you, man. If the blind lead the blind, both shall fall into the ditch.
Fall into a ditch. There you go.
That's why the importance of the lordship of Yahawashi. You know, is being able to discern. You know, I told the brother, I said, man, pray for discernment, man.
Yeah.
Because I can send, you know, it's like we watch other groups to kind of keep up with what's going on. But you got to know when they say something is wrong, and that's discernment.
Right.
Discernment. When you go into that word for discernment, it means to basically separate and discriminate.
Right.
To have basically discriminating taste. Meaning when you
hear, yeah, that ain't right.
I don't like that.
Yeah. Sometimes that'll give you a pit in your stomach. You're like, oh, come on, man, you feed me bad food here. Dog.
Yeah, and you got to know the difference, because it's like you can send, like, you know, there's certain guys that we sometimes follow and they teach, you know, pretty well, but they're not on the principles. And another brother that's younger in the faith or that doesn't really know, he'll watch the other stuff and then he'll take that in, and you'll ask him a question like, okay, so you watched that lesson. Did you feel like it was right? Right. He's like, yeah, I think it was on point. I'm like, well, guess what? It wasn't. Yeah, his other lesson on the name was on point. Right. This lesson he did on this is not on point. Yeah. But you can't tell the two because you don't got the spirit of discernment. Discernment is what allowed us to get out of it. In fact. Yeah. That's true. In fact, we're gonna go into that.
That was a good piece he just brought up there, because man, you know, it was kind of like certain things that was weighing on our hearts, and you know, this is all examples of our piece that we can relate to other brothers, that they can kind of maybe have, you know, they may be experiencing certain things. Correct. Because we were going back and forth on certain things. It's like, man, I don't think that's right, bro. I don't think that's right. Brothers started chopping it up with each other. It's like, man, it don't sound right to me, man. You start going back over the script, then you get out on the block and you like, man, I don't even feel right out here, man. Yeah. And this is something that brothers just desire to do. We like, man, the Most High put it on you to do it, and then you get to a point you're like, man, I don't even feel right reading this because I know what's going on. It's a conflict in my mind, man.
That's right. This is 1 Corinthians chapter 12, and we'll start at verse 10. Now, this is talking about the different gifts within the Spirit, okay? Which we told you the Holy Spirit is the actual entity, right? That's given upon those that believe in Yahawashi, man. For real. This is verse 10. To another, the working of miracles. To another, prophecy. To another, discerning of spirits. Now, you go into that word for discerning of spirits. In fact, what verse is that? 10, right? So we're going to go into that word for discerning, because the brother, what he's talking about is being able to know that you ain't in the right place too.
Exactly. Exactly.
Okay. And a lot of, and you know, and this is what you want to pray for, especially in these times when so much false doctrine is coming out. We're seeing guys jumping up and leaving on the Vatican out the gate, man.
Out the gate, man, and that thing is kind of catching like wildfire, man.
The Vatican be in Babylon.
And then you got guys basically saying that certain prophecies are already done with, man. What they saying, oh, it's already done, it's already done. It's like, dude, so all the prophecies are so-called fulfilled now. Well, so what you gonna do when you get to this point?
Yeah.
You already said it's all fulfilled now, so what you gonna do?
Yeah.
You put yourself in a box up here saying that all these prophecies have been fulfilled, man. And that's not where you want to be, because now Israel is gonna come at you. The Most High start pushing guys against you, and then you know, that's just how it's gonna be. You know.
And this is that word for discerning of spirits, right? Distinguishing, discerning, judging, judicial estimation, disputation. Now, when you go into the root word, it's Strong's G1252. That word is diakrino. Now, when you go into diakrino, it tells you this is heavy. This is heavy. To separate, make a distinction, discriminate, to prefer. To learn by discrimination, to try, decide, to determine, to give judgment, decide, dispute. The third the definition, to withdraw from one, to desert.
Yeah.
That's what we did.
Yep. To desert.
To separate oneself in a hostile spirit, to oppose and strive with the dispute, to contend.
Look at
So
that.
basically to withdraw oneself from those that you dispute with, man.
And you had, and it had to.
That's the discerning of spirits. The other guys that stayed there, they couldn't discern that.
Yep. And then another reason, like in the scriptures, where it talks about, you know, feasting with brothers, man. Hey, man, you see certain things that are happening, you don't even supposed to have, you know, sit down and
have company
and break bread with them, bro. You know, and those are things that, you know, brothers had to take into consideration the scriptures.
Yeah.
Because what would we do? If we didn't have the scriptures, we just keep on doing the same old stuff, bro.
That's right.
We had to have some kind of instructions to tell us what to do when we come into a certain situation, so that the Most High will be in good graces with us.
Yeah.
Otherwise, He won't even impart that spirit upon you, man.
Yeah, because it tells you, and we probably need to do a lesson on that whole, because you know you guys out there talking about, oh, they left out of us because they weren't among us. And,
right.
Oh, you guys, you fell out. No, dude. Scripture prophesied about one withdrawing oneself from false teachers.
Exactly.
It's in the epistles multiple times.
Because then, not only, we were talking about this earlier, there were Pharisees. There were Pharisees under Caiaphas and all those wicked dudes that came against Yahawashi, that were secret disciples of Yahawashi. They had to separate themselves in that manner, although they were Pharisees.
Well, they withdrew themselves. From because
that
see, the thing about it, it tells you that they were of the sect of the Pharisees.
Of the sect of the Pharisees.
When it says of the sect of the Pharisees, that means that that's where they came from.
Right.
Because Paul was a Pharisee, but was he still doing fellowshipping and breaking things down?
He separated himself.
He separated himself, man. Once he got to the knowledge of Yahawashi, he separated himself from them, man. He was no longer a Pharisee. He was a former Pharisee.
He was a former Pharisee, man. He pulled himself from that sect.
So now that means that they would say that he was fallen, he fell out though.
Yeah, right. They say Paul was a fallout, man. Look at what's your boy name? Nicodemus, man. Nicodemus. Yahawashi had to school him on some things, man. Tell him, he said, man, art thou not a master in Israel and knowest not these things? That man, it was something inside of Nicodemus that made him come to Yahawashi.
Yep.
Caiaphas wouldn't have did that, man.
Yep.
Caiaphas wouldn't have did that. These guys over here slapping and spitting on our Lord and Savior, man. You know, so, you know, there's going to be separations inside this walk, man. And, you know, our focus over here is on these gospels, principles, and you get that foundation laid off, and then you go into areas of dark sayings and breakdowns of prophecies and things of that nature. But you can't enter into the kingdom through the back end, man. You got to come through the straight way, through the door, which is Yahawashi. Then all those things will be added on to you. And then brothers need to stop, you know, trying to take other people's, slide themselves into other people's slots too, man. You know, just like that scripture that the brothers just brought out. Some shall prophesy, some shall be teachers. These are different aspects inside the body. You can't just make yourself one of these people, man.
Yeah, that's what people are trying to fight for carnally.
Yeah, they're trying to fight for that. I want to be #1 on this thing. Look at my prophecy. Then your prophecy wind up being false, and now you're a false prophet. You done put yourself in a lot.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So you got to be careful what you're saying, man.
Because it tells you, it warns you that in Sirach too.
Right.
Seek not, you know,
another man's
preeminence, man. Desire not preeminence, man. Preeminence meaning you want, in fact, get that in the third epistle of John.
Yep.
And I'm going to get this real quick.
Diotrephes, yep.
Yeah. This is Philippians chapter 2 and verse 3. Let nothing be done through strife or vainglory.
Right.
That's a lot of guys is doing that, trying to go into these different new breakdowns for vainglory. Listen, when we went to the baptism, we didn't do it for vainglory. We did it for truth's sake. Ain't nobody can say that the doctrine of baptism in the name of Yahawashi is a doctrine that's newly came up.
Right.
Y'all know it's as old as Yahawashi preaching in Galilee, bro.
Yeah, that's it.
You know it's as old as John the Baptist on the River Jordan.
You know what That's right.
Come on, man.
It ain't nothing new, man. This ain't nothing new. It ain't nothing new, man. It's been out there, man. So it's just coming back around. This is cycles. It's another cycle that's happening, man.
Now continue on, but I'm gonna read. Yeah, finish it up. But in lowliness of mind, let each esteem other better than themselves. That's the reason why it's important to sit there and say, you know what, I got my. You might say, hey, man, I got some, but let me go and bring it to the brothers.
Yeah.
Let me go, because the brother might have a better understanding or answer. The Most High might give him wisdom on, and it'll give more clarification. So you can't be doing this independent tahar breakdown thing and then just say, I'm gonna run with it.
Right,
you know what I'm saying? Now, if you have the understanding, we understand, but we're talking about that ego tripping where you want that preeminence and you're not considering, you know, those that are around you.
Right. Because see, like we was on the phone before we came here, and I was about to push a lesson out, and the brother made a statement last week, and it kind of sparked something on me, and I said, man, let me go and look into that. And I went and looked into it, and I held back, and we was discussing it over the phone, back and forth, and then we was like, oh, you know what? Revelation, man, look at this. Boom, 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 boom. And got better clarification on the whole thing, man.
Now, what's been happening with some of these groups. You had one guy that stepped out and came out with his own doctrine. And because now he came out with it and he's too egotistical to come back and say he went off, he got all the men that he so-called leading having to push the same thing. Right. Then you got guys in the sitting there, not even saying a damn thing because they know it's some BS. Yeah. But they got to roll with it now, but because that dude is desiring the preeminence. He designed instead of for him to say, let me just see if this is my flesh making me think this, and let me run it by other brothers and less. But no, he want to force feed guys. He want to basically force it on guys and make them run with a doctrine. He can't even prove. Can't even. Now he out there and his whole man is out there with him. Look at that. Stuck in the crossfire. Because you didn't love your neighbors yourself. If you consider your brother, you say, man, I'm not going to put myself out there and have my brothers get out there and be caught in the crossfire because I decided to be carnal and push out a doctrine that had nothing to do with whatever. When I went to the brothers, we could have got it ironed out the right way. We could have put it out the right way, or decided, hey, you know what? I don't know what I was thinking. I was tripping. Let's not go into that.
And you know what, brothers, that happens sometime, man. You can go off. You can go off. It ain't you just because you get into a state of, you know, even with baptism or whatever it may be, you can still go off. Brothers was making mistakes after baptism, bro. They repented for it and then they moved on.
Like, for example, Peter made a mistake, and he was the first one that really got the revelation of really preaching to the Gentiles, because Most High set him up to go to Cornelius. But then after that, when because a lot of times that stuff just comes from your upbringing. It's just like this. It's the same way. It's like you got people that come from different backgrounds, and their background is something different. For example, let's say someone came from East India. Someone came from East India. They get into the truth, and maybe you know he's from East India, maybe by his accent or whatever, right? You might have guys that be like, they might not want to sit with him because they'd be like, you know what, I don't want to sit with that guy. That's the type of stuff that was happening. But it's because Peter grew up in the land of Israel and he's used to certain customs. So when he saw other guys, he basically was thinking from an angle of like, he was basically kind of insecure. He was insecure that he didn't want to be seen with the brother that came out of the Gentile versus the brothers that grew up in the customs. Which is why when the brothers came up in the customs towards him, he separated himself. He had to get away. And so now that whole thing had to be imparted upon Paul to do that, man. And he stayed with the brothers. We're not saying that what we're saying is we're going off because, you know, guys get out there, but oh man, them brothers stay basically saying they still going off. No, that's not what we're saying. No, we're not at all. We're talking about when people do certain things. It's like, you know, if a brother is offended because a brother eats meat, You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and you got to now go and he you know, he feeling some type of way because a brother eat meat around him,
right?
Or vice versa. A brother only eats vegetables and stuff. He a vegan. Then the brother that eats meat is like, oh, you going off because you want to do that. So the infamous get a job guy. The guy that wishes he had weekends off.
Hey man, this dude. Hey man. These are what do you call it? Perpetual scoffers right here. Bro.
We don't got a job, but we got a $400 camera on the stand. You know, we got Bibles that's worth $50, genuine leather Bibles. You know what I'm saying?
What do you think? These people something else, man.
Come on, man.
Hey, come on, man. Hey, man. These scoffers,
get a
man.
job. So how did we get down here, though?
Yeah, how did we get down here? Hey,
we just, you know, we were just basically sleeping over here, and we woke up again every Saturday morning and decided to just bring out and start preaching the word.
Man, I'm over here. What? I'm about 60, 70 miles away from downtown where I live, man. I'm out in the boonies, man.
Yeah.
I gotta drive a ways, man. He up in town.
No, hey, if he stopped by slow enough, we're gonna tell him get a better job.
Every man, this dude is every
one of these days we're gonna catch him when the traffic slow up. He say that we're gonna say, no, you get a better job.
Man, this dude hit us every time.
That boy be, you know, he be hot when he come down here because he's in the world. I don't know what he is, but he's in the world. He be coming down here. He be wishing he could be out here with the rest of these people acting a fool, right?
Yeah, that's right.
He probably be like, man, I wish I was off. Man, they got me working every. And man, I'm trying to go to bar moonshines and boots and shoots.
Hey, look, I want to be over there at the Pure Club and Lounge or Molly's Pub right here.
Yeah, he be hot, bro. You know, he be hot, man. He be dreading having to get that truck.
I want to go over there to the Moonshiners.
Yeah, that dude, man.
Oh boy, this dude is hey man, that dude is perpetual with his thing, man.
Yeah, the outscouring of the world, man.
Hey, that's what. Hey, man.
That's why it's part of the confounding of this whole thing, man. I like it. I see the whole setup of the Most High doing
It's beautiful, man. Yeah. When you think about it, you're like, man, you just don't know. Because I think that dude, he looked like an Israelite.
Yeah.
He looked like Israelite.
Yeah.
And you know, that's just one of those things, man. That's the separation right there. The Most High, Israel.
See, when all hell break loose, he gonna be trying to come to us for answers, man.
Right.
But we probably ain't gonna be here at that time.
Hey, it might be a Proverbs 1 thing where it's talking about because ye have refused.
Yeah.
You know, I will choose your calamities, man. So, you know, they shall seek me, but then they shall not find me. Type thing, you know.
Because they despise. Because see, that's the whole thing. You said they have Moses and the prophets let them hear them.
Yep.
You know?
Yep. That's right.
So if you didn't want to hear the message, it ain't our fault.
All we are is the messengers.
Yeah. If you didn't believe that we were the messengers, the Most High can confound you and say those guys weren't messengers. Mm-hmm. Just like right now in Israel, they say that we don't have no understanding because we have 30 years in the game. Okay, cool.
Right.
Go ahead and do by carnal judgment, man.
And then
that's why it says take heed how you hear, man.
Yep. Guys talking about them guys up here thinking about water baptism. But hey, you know what? It's a principle in the scriptures.
Yeah, we got to eternal judgment yet, so y'all really gonna be mad. Y'all thought y'all was mad about baptism, confounded by that.
Yeah, wait till that
eternal judgment come out, man. We were actually strategizing on that earlier today.
You're right.
Right way to kind of bring it out. So now we're gonna actually kind of go to another angle to get there.
Yep.
So that way, for you brothers and sisters that are
that came from discussion with brothers, man.
Yeah.
And that came from discussion because we had an angle to come, but then come to find out that there were other angles that need to be
other approaches, man, that were better, that were actually going to be more edifying for you brothers and sisters that even if you're new in the faith, you're really going to have a better understanding because now we're going to go back and establish the eternal Godhead along with it. So that way, when you get into the eternal judgment, everlasting life, everlasting salvation, whatever one you want to call it, you're going to be like, I see why.
Right.
I see why that's the reward, and I see why that's the punishment.
That's a beautiful, man. I'll tell you, man, the most high, man, when you think about...
And then he has to have balance, man. It tells you he's balancing all his works, man. I know you're going to say it. I already know you're going to say it.
Man, bro, that was it, man.
I was already in your mind.
Man, that was it, bro. Hey, man, that was it right there, bro. Hey, man, that's some lovely stuff right there, man.
Yeah.
That's some lovely stuff right there. Man, you know what's so cool about it, man? When you kind of look at these scriptures, man, these words are thousands of years old, and look how they playing out and confounding. It's like It's like if you want to confound somebody, you're gonna set up something, you're gonna strategize, let me go ahead and confound this dude with this.
Yeah.
Boom, boom, boom. You do it thousands of years beforehand.
Yeah.
Man, that's amazing, bro.
Yeah, that's why I said let their table be a snare unto them. The Most High used the same scriptures that gives you revelation of eternal life as the same scripture that damns someone as well, that they use to damn themselves.
Amazing, man.
You know?
Simple.
And he strategizes stuff, bro. There's some things that we ain't even brought out, bro.
Man.
That we're like, we can't even do it because that stuff will destroy a lot of people.
Man,
we just, you know, we really, there's certain things we can't even bring out.
Right,
We're like, you know what, it ain't even expedient for us to bring out, because if we do,
it's
that'll mess up a lot of people, bro.
Bruh, and you know
it's something this simple.
And it's so, Old Testament simple.
You know?
Isn't, hey man,
there's some stuff in here, man, that'll make people really actually put the scriptures down. Like
right.
if he showed it, if they read it, they'd be like, no, man, this don't make no sense.
Man, and it ain't even no braggadocious type thing, man. We just saying, because when you look at these certain things in these scriptures, man, it take people in the left field, man.
Yeah, it really do.
Hey,
you see how the Most High set up the word to be a stumbling block. That's why he says, I'll make him a stumbling block, a rock of offense, man, to the children of Israel and the children and of Judah. What? He literally made the word, which is also known as, which Yahawashi is also known as a rock as well. He made that him a stumbling block, man.
Yep.
In fact, get that in.
Well, I got it.
Get that. Get that one. I'm gonna get Luke. I'm gonna get Luke.
Okay. This is 3 John. 3 John 9. I wrote unto the church, but Diotrephes, who loveth to have preeminence among them, receiveth us not. Wherefore, if I come, I will remember his deeds, which he doeth, prating against us with malicious words, and not content therewith. Neither doth he himself receive the brethren, and forbiddeth them that would, and cast them out of the church. Beloved, follow not that which is evil, but that which is good. He that doeth good is of Yahweh, but he that doeth evil hath not seen Yahweh. And see, that's what the brothers talking about. We talking about this preeminence, man. Seek not another man's peace, man. You know, don't seek to be numero uno inside of Israel.
Yeah.
But go ahead with yours out there. Right here.
I got it right here.
What's our YouTube page? Y'all got YouTube or what?
Oh yeah, we do. Yeah, get the brother to call. So we got a YouTube page. Yeah. How you doing, man?
Yeah, he said he see y'all all the time.
Okay.
You got a card or something?
Yeah.
My bad, interrupt.
Hey, no problem, bro.
Yeah, have a good one.
All right, bro.
Yeah,
All right.
another one?
Yeah.
Get one too. Get one for him.
There you go.
Thank you.
All right, bro.
All right. Yeah, bro. That dude, he might be East Indian, but shoot, we got a lot of our people.
Yeah.
Like a Bangladeshi type dude.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of our people there, man. If you go, that's why we're gonna go into the history of the scattering too. You know, we're gonna definitely go into that. You know, because we know, what we want to do is ensure that we're not unknown. That's why you see we're against so-called black and white.
Right. Yeah.
There's no such thing as black and white. We had nations.
Yeah.
We had basically forefathers. You know, so a lot of people, that's part of the confounding too, is that they see us up here, they basically perceive carnally that we're only about people that look exactly like us, or that identify as whatever America identifies us as.
Right.
And that's who we're dealing with. We're willing to speak to anybody.
Yeah, and the thing is, man, and these Edomites know about that too, man, because they'll throw it on the internet. People, they'll come out and say people who you thought were white. You know, see, because they throw it on Chronicle.com, and you see it on Yahoo. You see it on Yahoo all the time. People you think you thought were white, and then they'll throw Cameron Diaz. Why would they put Cameron Diaz in there? She looked like the typical Caucasian woman, man.
Yeah.
But then they go into it. Her father is this. Dwayne the Rock.
Oh, girl from Flashdance or whatever, right?
What's her name? I can't remember her name.
There's like one of them that was, she's like, I think she was in Flashdance or something like that.
Yeah, man. But see, Esau knows this thing too, man. They know that it's just not a color thing, man.
Yeah, they know.
They know it's not a color thing. And that's that's the approach we take. We ain't just gonna look at the color of a man's skin and then dictate, oh, he's an Edomite and not an Israelite type thing. But if that man can hear this gospel, he can hear the words of truth, man. Hey, man, here, take this card. Go on ahead and check us out, bro. And you can always sense the spirit of these brothers too, man. You know what I mean? That brother, that was a brother that got the then the other dude was like, hey man, you got another one?
Yeah.
And he looked like an Edomite.
Yeah.
Hey man, so.
And our people were there heavy, man. We had a lot. I mean, there's no, you got to think about no way. But in South Asia, which is considered like Kashmir region, Afghanistan. Well, Afghanistan's really to the more Central Asia.
Right.
But India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka. That's like a total of like 1.5 billion, probably 1.7 billion people in that region.
Right.
There's no way that all of them are Elamites or whatever. Like, there's got to be hundreds of millions of Israelites in that whole region. We've been there. We've been scattered over there since the Persian captivity. Some of us didn't come back. That's why when we got to Acts chapter 2, you see people that were coming out from Elam.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
And it was back in the Gap. It was one of them brothers, man. He looked like a straight up so-called looking Egyptian type dude. Real dark, tall type dude. He used to pass by us all the time.
Yeah.
But see, we had people coming from Egypt too.
Yeah.
So, hey man, you can't. Yeah, he sat up and he came over here, talked with us or whatever. We dialogued, went back and forth. You know, dude had a little knowledge on him or whatever. You know, so you just can't be a certain kind of way. You know, because I know most people look on the outer appearance, just like Yahweh stated when he chose David. He said the Most High looketh not upon the outward side, but on the inward. And see, and so that's how we got to be according to these people. And that's what that discernment what the brother was coming up with. Discerning what type of spirits you're dealing with, man. So if they come up here and they being respectful, like not like the Edomite that looked like an Edomite came up here earlier, because he showed his outward appearance.
Yeah, he showed it. It made manifest the spirit. The spirits manifest behaviors and actions. That's why we know the difference between a scoffing Jake and an Edomite, because the Edomite is calculative in some of the stuff he'll do. He already come up with a whole and try and confound you on a subject. Jake don't do research like that. No. He don't really do heavy, deep research. Like, he'll prepare with 5 or 6 scriptures and be ready to call them out too.
Right.
You know, see if you can get confounded on it. So yeah, this is Luke chapter 2 and verse 34. And Simeon blessed them and said unto Mary, his mother, behold, this child is set for the fall and rising again of many in Israel. So he was meant to be a stumbling block too.
Right.
It says, and a sign that should be spoken against.
See, a lot of things, and look, what was one of the main ones is like when he came out, he said, didn't the scripture say that
he came up out of Bethlehem?
In Bethlehem, or she should come out of Bethlehem? This guy's from Galilee.
Yeah.
You know, see, that stuff right there was confounding to them people back in the Gap, man.
But the thing about it, the crazy thing about it is that they knew that he was of the son of David, man. But there was many of us. See, that's the thing. There was many Israelites that were from the house of David. David had many kids. Solomon had many kids. So you could. It probably was nothing to say I'm from the line of David, because there were so many of them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It didn't matter. Oh, okay, you're from the line of David. Okay, so am I. Like. But then they knew that the prophecy was that he was going to have to come forward out of there. But they got carnal, thinking that he had to be still living in Bethlehem of Judea.
See, they were like, okay, this guy's going to be planted here type thing. Not understand, man, boy, he moved. You know what I mean? You know, he moved. That's all it comes out to. It ain't like the Most High, I got to tell you, oh, he's from Bethlehem type thing. All they have to do, he had to be in Bethlehem. And then if he moved, hey, I ain't got to tell you all that.
Well, remember, Joseph had to go and pay tax back in his homeland, because that's his territory where he was taxed at. He had to go back there
to be taxed
for Caesar, because that's where his family's home. He could live in anywhere else, but when he was paying them taxes, it was according to him being from there.
That's right.
Jake might be Houston Rocket.
You
know what I'm saying? That joker tall as hell, bro. No lie, that dude might be a Houston Rocket.
Hey, that's a tall build. That joker rocked. Oh man, that boy getting that small car, man.
Bro, he about to get in that small whip, bro.
Hey, man.
It's nice, but it's you gotta. That's why really them German whips though are bigger, because them Germans be tall. So a lot of times the interior inside, they can go look like a Mercedes. You know,
that was a big old joker.
For real, man. That was a big dude.
Man,
But shoot, it tells you that that it would be easy to add a cubit unto the height. That's the least spiritual power. Now, Isaiah said that. He said, man, that dude, what is he doing?
Oh boy,
this dude.
That boy wasn't pushing the brakes, man.
Yeah, that dude was just going like he didn't see the car, man. See, man, they got confounded, man. I tell you, man, that woman is like, what in the world are these guys doing?
Hey, man, you see that girl's face,
That
bro?
girl was like, what in the hell is this?
That girl was in the car like this. Shit, her face just going. I wish I had a camera on that one right there, bro.
Verse 35. This is Luke 2 and 35. Yea, a sword shall pierce through thine own soul also, that the thoughts of many hearts may be revealed, man. That's when you are on this word the right way, preaching it the right way, man, it exposes people, man.
Yeah.
This is how you know if somebody doesn't believe or not believe, man. You start going into the Gospels, red letter, you start saying, okay, well, look, you know, there was a people, Israel, well, look, it says the covenant is only for Israel.
Yeah.
Man, it just be like exposing people, man. They be like, no, I can't get down with that. And like, yep.
Yeah, you're not it.
Yep.
That's basically how
it tells you that the word discerns the thoughts, the heart's intentions of man.
Yep. That's right, man. And that's the problem with Jake. Oh, this damn gum on the ground. That's the problem with Jake, man. Jake, hey, man, you know. See, we got people that we can discern between if they're Israel or not. When we look at these Edomites, it's like the brothers say, they come in calculated. I was like, I'm gonna come over here and confound these guys.
Yeah, the dude came up with a game plan already. He wasn't emotional. That dude said, man, I'm gonna go up there, and I'm gonna just start acting belligerent, and I'm gonna have my camera ready because before he pulled up his camera, he already had planned to do that.
Yeah.
He didn't want to discourse with us on a conversational level. He could have been like, hey, man, what y'all bringing up?
And he come out here wanting to get a handshake. I ain't shaking this guy's hand. He come up and he don't even look right in the face, bro.
Yeah, the dude look like he on meth.
Yeah, man.
Look like a meth head, man.
It's like, nah.
That stuff is prevalent among Edomites right now. You know?
That's right.
This place is messed up, man. In fact, let's go to
what you got?
Go to Isaiah, the sorcery, 48. Is that 48? Isaiah 48. For all thine enchantments. You know what I'm talking about? Is that 48 or 48?
Let's check it out. 48 reveals prophecies.
For all thine enchantments.
Is that Isaiah or Jeremiah? Is it Jeremiah?
Yeah, it's in 48. It's either Ezekiel, it's either Isaiah, or Jeremiah.
Yeah, let's try that.
Yeah, because basically what's happening now, I don't know if it's 48, but I know it's in the 40s, early 50s. But what's happening right now, man, is you got a lot of the drugs that's rampant out here. The drugs that's rampant out here is really taking hold of this whole place, man. It's created a level of confusion. I mean, and now also remember, you got guys in Israel. That are pushing that it's okay to smoke weed.
See that now. Now what happens is, man, when you start to apply these drugs inside of you, because see, you know, they always like to use that old what's the name of that show, Friday, with smoking, talking about weed is from the earth. God put this
47 lucky.
God put his here for you and me and all this type stuff. But see, what happens is, man, that drug is mind altering, man. All drugs. How many times you see in the scriptures where they were saying they were smoking something, bro?
Come on, bro.
Wasn't nothing in the scriptures talking about smoking something, man.
Yeah, you would have to show it. If that happened, if you saw, okay, and the priests went into the temple and they took the hashish or whatever it is, and they pushed it and put it inside of a roll of papyrus, and they smoked it.
Right.
And then the word of the Lord came to the priest saying, "Thus said, no,
it don't work like that, man." See, y'all been watching too many Indian movies, man. Y'all want to go in there and go in there and
go into the
justify.
hallucination trance and talk to them spirits.
Yeah, man. Familiar spirits at that.
Familiar spirits, yeah. And evil spirits.
Yeah, you found it?
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, y'all brothers need to get off of that weed, man. You know, you don't want to be in. Man, do you think the temple of the Most High is supposed to be filled up with weed? Because you are the temple of the Most High. That's just like you going in and saying, hey, well, let me go on ahead and do some acid. You gonna put acid inside the temple of the Most High, man? Come on, man. This stuff is damaging to the creation, this body that he created for you.
Part of the reason why I bring it up, because in California they're going to actually legalize.
Exactly.
They're actually going to legalize commercial marijuana, meaning you can go buy it like you go buy cigarettes and alcohol.
Yeah, man, I've been here.
And they've been doing medical marijuana for a minute. It's crazy. I talked to the brother from California, and said, man, in the world, if you're out there in California, you ain't got no woman, that's because you don't go out, and you definitely don't smoke weed. Because if you do weed, you're going to get women. All you got to do is just go to, that's what they do.
You getting everybody up in there, man.
So, you know,
them dispensaries are coming and popping up left and right.
Yeah,
man.
they're up in Colorado. But then now, because what they did first, see, we already knew they were going to go commercial, man.
Oh, yeah.
They went to the medical marijuana way first.
Yeah.
To ease that whole thing in. Now they go on commercial now. So that's commercial dispensaries. It's probably going to have an age limit, either 18, probably 18.
Yeah.
To get whatever Kirschwell's weed. They got all kind of madness in that stuff. First of all, one, you're not supposed to be smoking it because one, there's no custom of us smoking nothing, man.
Exactly.
All you jakes out there and you Israelites that are pushing that that we should be able to allow to do that, you are false prophets, man. You're falsely prophesying to the people.
Right.
And you're basically putting them into enchantments, man.
Yep, that's right. And see what
that's actually going to make them have more control over their congregation.
Oh yeah,
because they're going to be high and they're going to be able to really control them now. This is Isaiah chapter 47 and verse 12. Stand thou with thine enchantments and with the multitude of thy sorceries, wherein thou hast labored from thy youth. If so be thou be able to profit. If so, thou mayest prevail. You're not going to prevail with all your sorcery and your enchantments on the people, man. All your predictive programming and all your drugs. Because that's the reason why people are gone, because everybody's popping mollies, popping Xans, smoking weed, drinking, getting drunk. Right. And now they're actually susceptible to those messages.
Yep, that's right. This is Jeremiah 5:25. Your iniquities have turned away these things, and your sins have withholden good things from you. For among my people are found wicked men. They lay wait, as he that set a snare. They set a trap. They catch men, and that's what they're doing. They're reeling you in with that weed game, man. Cause see, Jake hasn't been purged from the world yet, man. Yeah. See, you had to, once you come through that straight gate, man. When you come through the door, which is Yahawashi, you go through a thing called sanctification, which you start to separate. That spirit starts to separate you from those things. And see, a lot of brothers out here on the block, and they embracing worldly things in the name of Yahawashi. How can you do that, man?
Yeah.
How can you be with Yahweh and then embrace the world at the same time, man? That's conflict right there, bro.
And if you ask him if Yahawashi was smoking weed, would that have been going off if he was on earth? These guys would basically be, they'd be like, I cannot tell.
Yeah, man. And
because then all we got, now you're saying that he's Cheech and Chonging.
Right.
That's what you're saying now.
Man, you got to be wise in this thing, man. It doesn't make any sense, man, that somebody can dupe you with a weed game. They did that in the world, bro.
And the worst thing about it is they were getting on guys for talking about smoke weed, and then they both, both of y'all on the same page, man.
Oh, man.
Both groups, they was going against each other. One guy was saying, oh, well, look, y'all talking about smoking weed, and well, lo and behold, y'all talking about smoking weed too. Said it's okay.
Yeah, so now it's just a game where everybody want to get into. And see, man, this is all Esau's doing right here, man. Because Esau is all about commerce, man. This dude is all about the dollar bill. So he see how,
and it helps him on the back end with control.
Yeah,
because a lot of the people out there in California, y'all are through, man. We know that the people that's gonna listen. But we're talking about for those that are in the world, it's like that area it takes you to another level, because now you can legally go into a dispensary, go to the liquor store, get drunk, go get your prescription pills. So now you're on Xans, you're on Percocets, you're definitely already getting tore up drunk on the liquor. And on top of that, you're putting the freaking weed on you, and they putting that extra. And this is modified weed, so it's even more amplified on you.
So you know what? That means more brain cells destroyed, man.
Yeah.
And you know what you're gonna be? You're gonna
have
more
confusion.
You're gonna have that like you always see these guys down here that smoke that weed. When I was growing up, man, cats was all normal. They start hitting that weed real hard, and they get that slow drag on them, man. You know, we got a slow drag here in Houston as it is, but when them boys hit that weed, them boys through. They're like, man, you know, they got that drag on them, bro. Because, man, all that weed smoking, man, it done damaged them brain cells,
and
bro.
the worst thing you got men in Israel that are so-called top teachers justifying it. So now, if a guy is kicking it with brothers in their respective camps, and that dude pull out some weed and he rolling that up, y'all can't say a damn thing.
They ain't gonna be able to say nothing, man.
Even if you feel, that just shows you, man, a lot of you guys are followers of men, bro.
So what man, judgment is out the window now, man, bro.
So now, according to your master teacher, he told you it's okay for you to smoke weed. Now you guys out there in California, that's in that group, y'all gonna really go all out because some of y'all guys had to struggle to get weed because y'all don't got insurance, so you couldn't get the medical marijuana because you ain't got a doctor to give you the prescription for it. So now Esau said, okay, look, we're gonna remove that barrier out the way. Just go and get whatever you want, however much you want it.
You know what Jake gonna do? Jake is gonna get together. Let's just say if Jake is thinking commercially, Jacob mess around and get together and open up a weed dispensary, bro.
You know, they make it hard for Jake to do that because off the medical marijuana dispensary, first of all, you had to have a lot of money to even get into it. You had to have investors that have money.
Yeah.
Then on the flip token, that was on the metal. Then now that they open up because they have to have licenses. Like in California, what they've done is, it's not everywhere. What happened is that in certain counties in California, they allowed them to get licenses to open up commercial dispensaries for weed. But on the first, for the rest of California, like Los Angeles County, they're going to allow them to get those licenses starting on the 1st of January. And then that's when they're going to allow them. So it's going to be quick because some people already got the bread to start up them jokers fast. They already got farms on the medical side. Yeah. Now they just want to open up commercial spots, or they're going to convert theirs. They're going to be allowed to now convert theirs into commercial and medical.
Boy, boy, Esau is a master at deception, bro. I mean,
we went from a society that looked at people that smoke weed as addicts. They call them reefer heads. To now being in a society where you are crazy if you're against that.
Perpetually going down, bro.
You know?
I mean, this thing is getting worse and worse, man. I mean, what you gonna do next, man? Next thing you gonna have is meth lab dispensaries. You know what I mean? Meth dispensaries.
Well, if you go to Europe, I believe in Holland, you can do heroin. You can go to clinics where they'll give you new injectable things to do your heroin. Look it up. It's in Europe. They allow you to do that. You could go to a pharmacy and get clean syringes so you can inject your heroin if you're a heroin addict. This is Esau, man. This is the guy who rules the earth, man. This is the basis of man. In fact, we're gonna of course go into the Januaries to kind of finish it off.
Yeah.
But let's get Malachi chapter 1.
Oh yeah, Malachi chapter 1.
Because this guy he's a mad scientist. He's out of control.
He's out of control.
But our people want to be like him, man. Like I don't see how our parents or any of our relatives or whatever, the elderly, can basically say we need to follow after this man, bro. Dude, I just don't see it, man.
Malachi chapter 1. The burden of the word of Yahweh to Israel by Malachi. I have loved you, saith Yahweh. Yet ye say, wherein hast thou loved us? Was not Esau Jacob's brother, saith Yahweh? Yet I loved Jacob, and I hated Esau, and laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness. Whereas Edom said, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus saith Yahweh of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down. They shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom Yahweh had indignation forever.
Come on, man.
Indignation forever, man. Righteous judgment, righteous anger against these people forever, man. But hey, Jake want to be his friend, man.
Yep.
Jake want to be friends with Esau. Jake want to follow Esau's ways. He want to make Esau's Federal Reserve notes and become something in this society. Man, hey, it's better to look to the future on this here side, man. Because on the other side, there's a greater. What did Paul say? Paul say, this world, the world to come, cannot be compared to this world cannot be compared to the world to come, man. Man, he said, I've looked upon things that people, that words cannot be I go out inexpressible things, man. He's like, man, what could you, this man has seen stuff, man. You see how fervent he was for the truth, for Yahawashi.
Yeah, sometimes you wish you could get to see what he sees, so you could be like, man, I understand, but we have to kind of perceive through what we feel in the spirit, and of reading these words and meditating on that. What's to come is so much more greater than what we can imagine on this earth, man. That's why you really gotta just stay the course, man. It's like really when you want to be, if you're already on that path, man. Man, you got to continue on and just take it to the next level.
Yep.
That's why you know, main thing for we talk about on my mind is making disciples, man.
Yeah.
We're making disciples, meaning that means people got to get baptized.
Yep.
Got to receive the Holy Spirit. People got to get brought up in the understanding. That's how the body is formed.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? There's actually an initiation process into Yahawashi.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Just like them jokers in these tall buildings doing their initiation.
Yeah.
Hey man, they just mocking the ways of Yahawashi.
Y'all be blessed, bro.
Hey, you too, bro. All right, you too. Yeah, but yeah, man, there's an initiation into this thing, man.
Yep.
You know, you got to go through that door of baptism, man.
Now them guys over there, they always love talking about what's it called, Masonic lodge and stuff like that. How come you ain't talking about the initiation into Yahawashi through baptism in His name?
Yeah, that's right.
Because that's how you're gonna get in.
Yep.
Into the eternal brotherhood.
Into the eternal brotherhood. Hey, shoot, man.
That's how you're gonna get into the eternal brotherhood.
Because I guarantee you, once you get to that last principle, you don't want to be a partaker of that, man. It ain't nothing joyful about the word eternal judgment.
Yep.
It's nothing. That's not a word that expresses.
Krima, man. That word is krima, man, in the Greek, man. That means eternal punishment.
Punishment, man. What type of punishment? You know, that's why the scriptures say, think not how the wicked shall perish, but rather how the righteous shall be saved. And see, that's why we got to be upon these righteous principles that He has given us and abide by them. Know how to act with one another, man. Know how to speak to one another, man. This is how because see, after you get past these principles, you're going on into interpersonal relationships, man. Yep. How you treat your brother, your sister, your children, all this stuff, man.
Exactly.
This is what you got to get to reach that perfection. Because see, you know, even with the apostles, man, they were in error when Yahawashi was on the earth, because the little children came up and it said, and Yahawashi was in indignation. He was indignant. He was angered because of what they did. They say, nah, don't let the kids come. He say, nah. What is that in? That's in Matthew.
To suffer the little children to come for us.
Yeah.
Such is the kingdom of Yahweh.
Yeah, but such is the kingdom of Yahweh, man. Cause see, because I know back in the gap, it's like, man, don't mess with your kids. Cause like the brother was saying, brother say, man, every time I try to get ready to go and play with my kids, you know, the apostles' words come in my mind, I'm like, man, I can't do this. You know, hey, man, you can't be like that, bro. You go and deal with your kids, man. You know, go in there and handle your kids. They got to be taught by you anyway. You know, it says that you have to nurture your kids, which means nurturing your kids in the admonishment of the Lord. So you have to train your kids and warn them of the Lord. Teach them that way, man. Yeah. So you got to deal with your kids in that aspect, man. Because you look at that, man, you reject your kids in that aspect, man, your kids gonna wind up being one of these cats out here. You know, up here talking about commission thought and talking, shoes, man. These guys, man, I was just thinking about that. I was like, man, that's cold, man. How else will the people learn, man, unless you teach them, man? And then if you ain't trying
our parents don't even, what it is that our parents felt like Esau should teach us because we had the public school system. The public school system was their anchor to basically not having, that was their outlet, their handicap, to not have to actually teach us a damn thing.
Right,
so we had to just go to the public school system. Yep. And then learn from our enemy so that we can be more messed up. That's why at your school they have the Santa, the black Santa with the white Santa together. And that's what they were teaching your kids. And you think they came back from school learning something that's going to be useful, but all they gave you is more poison to bring our people to a lower level of degeneration. Right. It's basically because that's what's happened. Every 10 years, you just look like it just gets more degenerate.
It does, man. It does, man. I remember
and our people ain't just sitting there. Like that's why I always say, bro, I don't give a dang about no black community, bro. I don't care. It don't faze me, bro. Like, of course, we're upset about our people, but black community means death to me. It's death to community. So I'm not concerned about saving no black community. We're only concerned about reaching the elect, man. Everything else gonna perish, man.
Yeah, everything else, and that's the mindset you really got to be in.
That's really the mindset you got to have, man. All these people, like Tariq Nasheed and Umar Johnson, are going to battle against each other. Remember, I could have told you that there's going to be division because remember, that's how our stuff goes down anyway.
That's how it is amongst Jay. Tariq, man.
You got the so-called black community, as they call themselves, all upset because Tariq and Umar Johnson's beef. But then y'all can't even judge who was right and wrong in the situation anyway.
Yeah. And
you know, and I'm speaking as an outsider. Umar Johnson started it.
Right.
And I don't have no dog in the fight, man. You know, you should be able to judge, the least among us should be able to judge the smallest of things. Right. This dude, Umar Johnson, was talking trash about Tariq Nasheed when he didn't say nothing bad about the dude. He just got all insecure because he ain't used his money to build that school that he talked he was going to build, man.
Yep.
And then he got a court case. Tariq didn't talk down on him. But then you got people out there, oh, Tariq, why you going roast Umar Johnson's black community? That's why we can't get our stuff together. Well, guess what, man? When Yahawashi was around, you so-called, as you want to call yourself, black people, was not getting along.
Wasn't getting their stuff together when Yahawashi was on her, man. And best believe that Tariq and Umar Johnson both had the opportunity to receive this truth, and they both rejected it.
Yep.
So yeah, let them two pit bulls go over there and fight.
Yeah, Tariq scoffed at the truth many times. Many guys that called her and trying to, because Tariq was one of the guys that actually was bringing out some history about us ruling in the Middle Ages. Jake had heard that about, we ruled in the Middle Ages, we wars, we wars. Yeah. Tariq was the first one. He did the Hidden Colors, and he actually showed you artifacts and pictures and paintings of the early depictions of the Messiah and his disciples. And
I give him credit for that.
Yeah, I give him credit for that. That was fire.
That was some fire stuff, man. But when they came to the brother, and being that he is a historian and a researcher, man, he should have been able to listen to what the brothers were saying and say, hey, man, look, you know, we the people in the book, blase, this is, you know, our book. Tariq, what he do? He rejected it, man.
He rejected it.
I was one of the guys that actually liked to listen to the dude. And man, when the dude started going against the Hebrews, I was like, man, you know what? Whatever, Tariq. I stopped listening to the dude, man. I was like, I ain't got nothing to do with Tariq, man. If he wanna, you know, do what he wanna do, go on ahead, bro. You know, and you gonna see a lot of turmoil.
And Umar Johnson telling you to worship all kind of different demons.
Oh
talking
man.
About Mother Goddess. If you go to
out of there, bro.
Dude be trying to get y'all into major idolatry, man.
Major idolatry.
So I mean, Umar Johnson, he ain't got it, man.
He don't have
that's what it tells you, man. Not many wise, not many noble, man. Those are the wise men among our nation. Those guys actually got more knowledge than most of the jakes out here. You know what I'm saying? So that's why they've been elevated to a certain degree. Boyce Watkins, he knows about his finance, but Boyce Watkins didn't even go into no cryptocurrency, and he's got a PhD in finance, bro. That tells you Esau ain't even trying to help him out, because he's one of the few guys that got a doctorate degree in finance, period, and he got it from like an Ivy League school, if I'm not mistaken. And he's one of the few jakes that actually got a PhD in finance, and he didn't even go into no cryptocurrencies. He should have been on a cryptocurrency wave since 2011, man. He should have been one of the first people trying to look into that. He trying to tell Jake about it like 2 weeks after it got into the news. I'm like, bro, you late, dude.
See, Jake, you know, being out on here on the block, brothers already kind of knew what was going on with this cryptocurrency. It ain't nothing but another phase to the mark.
Yep, that's all it is.
That's all it is. Just another step.
The elites is controlling it. You got you Jakes out there, and a lot of you heathens out there believing that is somehow a cryptocurrency or Bitcoin is against the bankers. Oh, this is the way we're gonna take down the bankers through getting crypto. Man, bro, they created that stuff.
They created that stuff, man.
Y'all using blockchain with it now, and when blockchain was created, they had a big old party in Wall Street.
Right.
It was like last year.
That blockchain, there ain't gonna be no 2 and 3 days to pull that money out. That's gonna be instant.
That's why the transactions. That's why the false value of Bitcoin has went up, because blockchain allowed for them instantaneous transactions and movements in the market that they can actually see and basically determine the value of it amongst the people that's doing the transaction. They can see that stuff in live time.
Yep, that's right. And them people that jumped in early, man, they won.
Yep, and a lot of them people are lesser luminaries of the elite.
Yep.
That's who the main people that was knowing about that Bitcoin. They knew this was going to happen.
Yep.
When they got into it, now some of the guys that they use guys to do the so-called mining, but the guys that was a part of it and pushing Bitcoin in the early stages, when it was early, just starting to pop off, then people knew they was going to turn very rich and wealthy off of that stuff, man.
Oh yeah, they knew it, man.
They was like, okay, just give it 5 years. We're going to be sitting on, hundreds of millions of dollars.
That's right. They know what they're doing, man. This thing is it's only a secret unto Jake, man. Because y'all not looking into certain things, man. Brothers be into all type of things up here, man.
You know, we don't talk about the chip all the time, because at the end of the day, you knowing about the chip ain't gonna get you salvation, bro.
Exactly.
If you have not been received repentance for the remission of sins, you believe in Yahawashi, and you're walking, you're following after him, you following after Yahawashi, it don't matter. You can know about the chip, you can know the date that it comes out.
Right, right.
You still ain't gonna make it if you ain't gone through the proper initiation into the body of Yahawashi.
That's right, man.
You know what I'm saying? And we're hoping to be delivered. And we've already been through that process, and there's no guarantee we're gonna make it.
Exactly.
How much more you?
Exactly.
That's why he says the judgment must first begin in the house of God. And if it don't start with them, what is the end of those that didn't believe gonna be?
So that's a guaranteed zero right there.
That's a guarantee you're gonna be destroyed.
And so, you know, like the scriptures say, so the righteous, what did it say? The righteous shall scarcely be saved in this thing, man. So these righteous that he's talking about, man, obviously went through the process. Yep. There was a process that had to be they had to go through to get saved, man.
Exactly.
So, you know, hey, man, and like the brother said, it's not a guarantee for anybody, because look at Judas Iscariot, man. Yep. He was baptized. He was baptizing people.
He was healing people.
Yeah, he was healing people. He was out there casting demons out just like the other apostles were. Yep. While the power was on the earth. While Yahawashi was on the earth. Yep. He say, have not I chosen you 12 and one of you is a devil? So, man, look at that.
Coveted money, man. Which that's why he says, beware of all covetousness, man.
Yep. Which is witchcraft.
Exactly. That covetous of that money is what led to him. That's a common denominator, man.
Right.
Of getting out of this thing is like that money. You see, okay, let me switch these scriptures and let me get these guys to give me money. You got this guy over there, man, in Mississippi, doing a whole lesson talking about pay your tithes again, man.
Man,
you guys gonna go broke for these men over there that don't even want to deal with you, man.
Man, you got to be real cognizant about this stuff, bro. It's so much deception in this thing, man.
It's so heavy, bro. So much deception, bro.
God, man.
It's a lot of deception, man. That's what we told them brothers, man. That God even said, listen, bro, the deception is heavier than you think, man. The deception be heavy out there, man. Because it's like there's so much confusion here. There's so much confusion, man. It's like guys find out they're Israel, and then you got people telling you 5 different names or no name to call on. Stuff is confusion, man.
Yep, that's right. This is crazy, man. I'm just like, so where's that 66, man? Let's try to find 66.
So we can get to that January a little bit. What you got?
Yeah, because I was just oh yeah, that ain't. Yeah, let's go into that January, man. Get into some of that. It's like, in the next couple of days, man. Well, we tried to start off with this today, but we had the 2 demons come through. But you know, next couple of days, man, we got this January 1st is about to pop off. You know, and that's to symbolize the Roman pagan god of Janus. You know, the 2-headed god. If you look it up, man, you'll see different variations of it. You'll have 2 men heads, you know, beards and everything. Then you have 1 man head with a beard, a woman's face, or a clean-shaven man's face. You know, up here symbolizing, you know, past and future and stuff of that nature. And then some of them, you'll look at it, it'll have 4 heads on it. Going into all different directions and everything, you know. And you know, and this is what y'all about to celebrate, man.
There's a lot of our people about to celebrate it, and even some people in Israel, y'all gonna acknowledge it.
Y'all gonna acknowledge it.
Y'all gonna do the New Year's Eve destruction.
We even seen one of them that went out with his woman on New Year's and had drinks with her. And you know, and then but when we were in that thing, man, it was like, you're supposed to be doing that with your that's hypocritical statements right there.
The dude was doing birthdays,
Easter. New Year's.
I mean, dude,
come on, man.
He was getting on brothers like, oh, you guys are controlled by your woman. Like, bro, you of all people, bro.
Man, you can't be doing that, man. That stuff is crazy, man.
And then he brought it into his own, what's it called? Because that's why Peter said, he says you observe times and seasons. I'm afraid of you.
I'm afraid of you.
He said, what is that? You get that? Because I'm gonna get that Daniel.
Oh, I had one in.
I got that Daniel chapter 7. We're gonna have to get that because, I mean, that's a scary thing, man. You get into this thing and it's like, man, you still observing that?
Yeah, man. I mean, that's Israelite 101 right there, man. You come into this thing. One of the first things you find out is that Jeremiah 10, and you get away from Christmas. Then you start finding out that January, you get away from that. So if you've been in this thing for a while and then you start going to that, hey man, what are you?
Yep.
You're a hypocrite. You come out on the block preaching it, preaching against it, but then you going and partaking of it, man.
Yeah.
You can't do that.
It's Galatians chapter 4. 4 and 10. Yeah, 4 and 10 and 11. I'm gonna read this in Daniel. This is Daniel chapter 7 and verse 25. And he shall speak great words against the Most High. He shall these great words against the Most High and shall wear out the saints of the Most High. This is talking about the last kingdom on earth. And think to change times and laws. And they shall be given into his hand until a time, and the times and the dividing of times. So he shall think to change times and laws, man, which is what he did.
Yep. He did a great job on that.
Because the other nations, when you go into like the captivity in Persia, they actually had the same calendar as us. They just had different names for their months.
Right.
So the first of the year was still the first of the year.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because it tells you when you go in there, when you actually read the words, it actually gives you the months based on what they said. But the words, the month, our month, we just call it a bib. They call it something else, but it was the same month. They're basing off the lunar cycle.
Like you'll say Abib and Nisan.
That's exactly Abib and Nisan.
Yeah.
So in Persia, it was Nisan. For us, it's Abib.
Yeah.
So they didn't change it.
Yeah.
But who did? Esau changed.
Esau changed. He said January.
Yeah.
And that's a totally different time. See, his time starts in the winter.
Yep.
We're in winter time right now, man. Ours is in the spring. That's when things are live, growing, and everything,
Exactly.
man. So it's totally different.
Yeah,
this is Galatians 4 and 8. Howbeit then, when ye knew the Most High, ye did service unto them which by nature are no gods. But now,
wait, that's heavy, y'all.
That's heavy, bro.
That's why it's good you jumped up to 8.
Yeah, exactly.
So they did what? And what gods were they doing service to?
Yeah.
January,
Janus. Yep.
Mars.
Yep, that's right.
Because that's March.
Yep.
You were observing those months.
Yep,
and doing
that's right.
the customs and things required during those times. Summer solstice Saturnalia.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Exactly. Right there.
With Tammuz.
Tammuz.
You know.
You got your
so-called Jesus Christ.
Yep.
December 25th, you were doing service unto them, right?
And that's what they're doing right now.
Keep going.
Verse 9. But now, after that ye have known the Most High, or rather are known of the Most High, how turn ye again to the weak and beggarly elements, whereunto ye desire again to be in bondage?
Come on,
so, man,
bro.
look, man, so when the brother who had been in the truth, and then he decided for some reason, because of his old lady, because he didn't desire to teach his old lady the truth.
These guys are saying you can still eat the Thanksgiving food.
Oh, man.
So do you see how deep this is? The guy is literally celebrating, bro. They are observing every single last holiday. In fact, the guys at GMS in Milwaukee, they was doing Halloween.
Oh.
The dude had the dress as Tupac. Remember?
Bruh. Oh, man. Because you had then what was the other dude that came out? Oh, no, that was different. That boy put that lion face on. I was like, oh.
Oh, yeah, he did that too. Oh, boy from Men of Valor.
Yep, he put that lion. What was in front of that camera with that lion head, man? That dude looking like a lion-o up in there, bro.
Come on, man.
Hey,
this dude's out there looking like a Thundercat, bro.
Hey, man, they got...
Lion-o. Snarf.
Hey,
snarf. Remember the little cat? Snarf.
Well, hey, man, when I saw that, man, I just started laughing, bro. I said, man, look at this guy, man. You know, it's kind of like when you see somebody and they be in the truth, and then you kind of like have some respect for them but then, you know, they go and do some stuff like that.
Them dudes went back into the beggarly elements, man. The stuff that we came out of in the world. That's why it's beautiful. The brother went up to verse 8, man. Because that's exactly the context of what he's reading.
Yep. There's verse 10. Ye observe days and months and times and years.
New Year's Eve of destruction.
Uh-oh.
These guys had us go over to all the way to the other side of Houston.
Woo.
To the brother's house for New Year's Eve to observe, to do a prayer right at the clock of midnight, bro.
Man.
You observing times and seasons, you know, the beggarly elements, man. You actually acknowledging it by doing that, man.
Oh, boy.
These guys doing whole prayers, doing curses. Negro, what are you doing, bro?
What are you doing, man? Ye observe, I am afraid of, verse 11, I am afraid of you, lest I have bestowed upon you labor in vain.
Come on.
Man, that's Paul up there telling me he's afraid for you, man. Because you know what? You continue into that iniquity, that continuous sin of that man, you know He said, I'm afraid for you. Why is he afraid? Because destruction is going to touch you, man.
Yeah.
If you continue in that path, man.
Yeah, he said you were doing service unto them before the truth.
Yeah.
You get into the truth, you still acknowledging it.
Woo.
You come in, you're like, okay, no, eat Thanksgiving. You can eat the food. Eat the food.
I am afraid of you.
Then 31st come, you guys are observing it and counting down. They looking at the clock.
Yep.
Looking waiting for it to go 11:59. Okay, it's midnight.
Let's go ahead and do the New Year's. Come on, man. Bruh, come on, man.
And that comes from your elder, dude, who also observes New Year's, huh?
Dang. Boy, that's cold.
And it's hey, we're not bearing false witness, man.
We're not, man.
Man was on the freaking Facebook observing it, bro, with his wife.
This is true. This is true, man.
And that's why he put it on y'all, man. And then we going off though, huh?
Yeah. And you know what, man? Brothers just say, man, you know when back in the Gap, man, I had some brothers in the world. And when I was going off in the world, one of my partners would come up and he'd tell me, he'd say, hey, bro, I'm just telling you, if you keep on doing this could happen. Would you want the rest of your life to be like this if that happened? And he made me think. Initially, I got pissed off because I was carnal in the mind. But then when I sat back and got into my thoughts, I was like, damn, man, he right. He right. If that does happen, man, my life could change, right? Boom, boom, boom. And so, man, this is one of the things we try to tell you brothers, man. And it's, you know, you can either take it or not. You're like, man, look, doing your New Year's thing or whatever, man, it's not right, bro.
Yeah, y'all shouldn't be doing that, man.
It's not right.
You guys in GMS, man, you should tell Tahar that y'all ain't gonna do no observance of no New Year, man.
Yeah.
2018 is gonna be the year. Man, why even observing it like that? We call it those days because of the fact that that's what people understand.
Right.
We say, okay, today's December 30th. We're not saying that we acknowledge that we're, you know, or that the new year came.
Right.
To me, when January 1st comes, it's not the new year to me.
Man,
it's just another day.
It's just another day.
Because that day, if I observe it, is observed by the heathen, man. That's how they believe.
That's right. That's right.
You know what I'm saying? That's why I say so-called Christmas Day, man. These guys is on a solar calendar. They ain't even following. We don't know what the hell they do.
Man, we don't know what the hell they doing now.
You go to Russia, they celebrate Christmas on a different day. It's not even the 25th. It's like another day. It's like January 12th or something like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. Man, Esau has totally jacked this whole world up, man. People don't know what the hell's going on anymore, man.
As I said, he shall seek to change times and laws, man.
We just walking around here with it, you know, it's like everybody's head is in the sand right now, man.
And then when you bring it up, people be like, oh, whatever.
Yeah, whatever, man. I'm, you know, I know I believe in.
Nah, that's why I asked Jake. I asked him. I said, what did our forefathers call themselves 1,000 years ago?
Right.
You talking about black this, black that? Did they call themselves black 1,000 years ago, dude?
You want to answer that, man?
You can't answer that, man. Jake just Jake is a
BS artist,
bro. Number one, bro. That's why a lot of times just ask questions, man. You see them, Jake don't know what they talking about.
And then how Yahawashi would mess with them Pharisees, man? Yeah, they ask him a question. He asked him a question. What a question?
Yeah. You question. You see, Jake don't. You know, it's like okay, now if you don't got to understand, and that's what we did. We asked questions. Now I want to know about this. We did some research, tried it, prayed for discernment, understanding, got it. You know.
Oh.
You know, and that's how the Most High is, man. He said, if any man had lack of wisdom, let him ask of the Father who give it to him, all men freely, man.
Yep, that's right.
But Jake don't even want to get to that question of even asking. This guy should have showed us, okay, prove that we're Israelites.
Right.
You know, he should have came with that.
Yeah, that would have been that would have been a perfect one, man.
But Jake don't even want to understand knowledge, man. They don't want to have even that level of knowledge. Okay, man, y'all been talking about this Israel thing? What y'all talking about? Because my understanding is that we just came and evolved from monkeys. Yada. Then we could go, okay, listen, man, we came from the dust of the ground. Oh yes, there was other men called Adam. Because they were all the generation of Adam, all the generation of men that came from the ground. But when you follow the Bible, it's talking about one particular Adam that he follows the lineage of what happened with those people that came and descended from him. Everybody else that was from that, they all perish except for Noah and his 3 sons that came from this particular Adam. Right. It's simple, man. He don't even want us to do that. He want to play games like he's some kind of like he got confound us. I'm like, no, we ain't gonna let you sit here and think you can confound us, man.
Because the thing is, man, he's not understanding that it was more. Just because the scriptures are just showing that it's more people, man. he had more. It came from Adam. That's basically what they came from. He up here trying to say that there was people before Adam was created.
It don't matter if there are people before Adam, because we're talking about where black came from.
Yeah.
He was talking about black, and he want to go back to people that got destroyed during the flood. They're irrelevant now, bro.
It's like, dude, come on, man. Don't.
The dude didn't even want to admit that everybody came from Adam, man. Oh, I'm nigga, you talking about Lucy, dude? This lifestyle in Africa. I said, where? That's a Paint Corso, Conor Corso. My boss is having one of those. In fact, the first one I saw a Paint Corso was my whole life, like 3 or 4. Man, that's what Nigeria.
Those dollars, I think they had one of those, man, killed a mountain lion, man.
It's a Conor Corso from Italy.
Man, that thing is massive, bro.
Yeah, that's a baby. That's a puppy, y'all. That's not even full grown. That's a puppy.
Good Lord.
That's a puppy. That joker probably 6, 7 months old.
You see how big this is?
That's a puppy. Trust me, bro. They go up to like 200 pounds. That's a puppy.
Dang, boy. I see, because when your boy put those animal, what you call them on there?
Yeah.
You put those animals. Man, I pulled up one and it was a.
Did you see you saw the Komodo dragon eat that?
Monkey? Whole monkey, bro. I was like, what? That boy just gulped it. You can see his neck just sliding that sucker up in there. You like
that is insane, bro.
Man, bro. I was like, wow.
Man, the Most High is terrible in his inventions, dog.
Man, I watched one of those dogs right there. Man, it was two girls. They were trying to run from a mountain lion. Man, the mountain lion started chasing them. That joker came in. I mean, that mountain lion put a whooping on him, but he killed it.
Yeah.
You know, he was scratching him all up, his face all jacked up or whatever. He almost died, but the owner came and got him. But man, that thing killed the mountain lion.
Oh
man.
yeah, them jokers they don't play, bro.
That's a big.
Them Presa Canarios and them Conor Corsos. That's like,
woo,
those are mastiff breeds.
Man,
and them jokers can come up against mountain lions and then take them out.
They had
Rhodesian Ridgeback, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Borbos, another one.
Hey, those things got like defects and stuff to them.
Yeah, you know, if you have a big breed, they usually got arthritis.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying, or hip dysplasia.
Yeah, because that thing is huge.
That's usually the main thing that they would get. That's really it though.
Yeah, man.
But those Rhodesians is like their big dogs last 15. So we're gonna get this real quick and we'll finish off. Because it's about January, right?
Yeah. So
that January, this is when you go into the Wikipedia, it says the first month of the Julian or Gregorian calendar, man. He shall think to change times and seasons, man. So it didn't say Yahweh's calendar, bro.
Right.
It didn't say from the calendar of Moses that he gave unto Moses. You know what I'm saying? Because even when we came out of Egypt, the Most High had to say, this is the month of Abib. This is the first month. He had to tell them that.
He had to tell them. So now, look at this, man. What kind of? We have a merciful God. You think he would have pulled them out of Egypt during the dead of winter, man? These people up here getting, bruh, it gets cold out there, man. At nighttime, in the summertime, it gets cold.
He pulled them out in the spring, bro.
He pulled them out in the spring, man. He ain't gonna take that, man. If you have a winter out there in the Middle East, man, you cold, bro.
You've been over there, bro.
Yeah.
It does get cold in the Middle East.
It gets cold. It gets cold in the summertime in the Middle East when that sun go down. You be like, okay, it's hot as hell today, but when that sun go down, them people don't really they have air conditioners down there.
Believe it or not, it even snows sometimes in the Middle East, man. People don't know that, man.
They don't know that.
You saw over here on the other side of the world, how you thinking it ain't like that,
man? It get cold over there,
man. When you read, it was a feast of dedication and it was winter.
Yeah.
No, it was really winter.
It was winter time, bro. It was winter. It was cold up in that joker, man.
You ever seen where it was very cold outside?
Yeah.
And all the priests and elders had to get together?
Yeah,
remember?
Man. Yeah.
I forgot what book it is. It might have been in Ezra or something.
It's another. What was that other one, man? It was like at the end of the year. It's a celebration at the end of the year, not Hanukkah. It's
Purim.
Not
Purim. I mean,
the Feast of Nicanor.
The Feast of
the Feast of Nicanor. Because I haven't even studied that part to see what type of environment. I don't even know if they have that in the scriptures. What the weather was like. But it does say exactly in Hanukkah that it was cold. It was in the wintertime. They were specific about that. I'm gonna have to study that in Nicanor just to see what type of weather is going on during that time.
Yeah, so this says in January is for the Gregorian and the Julian calendar, man. And it goes into the history. Okay, and it says it is named after the month is conveniently thought to be as being named after Janus, the god of beginnings and transitions in Roman mythology, man.
Look at that, man.
This shows you who's ruling the world, man. It's, you know. And you guys get all messed up about the religious system. Every empire had a religious system, and they also had a capital area in which they propped up as their chief city, man.
Right, right.
So a lot of guys get all messed up. Oh man, it's the Vatican. Oh, blah, 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 blah. Listen, man, back then they had Mitri, man. They had Mithra.
Yeah, yeah.
And they had, guess what? They had priests of Mithra. And they had basically people that were priests throughout the whole Roman Empire that were pushing that God on the people, man. And they had different celebrations of different gods that they had throughout the year. You had a religious system in ancient Rome, but guess what came down? When you go to every empire that fell upon the earth, you have the fall of their chief city.
Yeah.
When you look at World War II, you have the fall of Berlin. That's when World War II practically ended. You had the fall of Rome back during the ancient times, leading up to the Middle Ages.
That's right.
You have to take out the chief city or the chief territory of that nation, man. Babylon, ancient Babylon, got taken down in that particular area and time. You know, so that goes into the same token. When Judah fell, it tells you they go into the siege of Jerusalem. Back during the time of the Babylonian Empire, they had to take down Jerusalem. But guess what? Everyone has a chief system. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has a chief religious system. The guys get messed up about the Vatican and stuff like that. Well, that means, if that's the case, then that means that that people that are in Hinduism are under the control of the Vatican because they're not under that religious system. See, you guys playing yourself, man.
Yep.
You can't do that, man.
Can't do it, bro.
Because Hinduism was around before the Vatican system.
That's right. That's right.
They got Krishna, man. So what are you talking about? So going into that Janus, just gonna kind of finish it off. The God of the beginnings. That's why they have New Year's resolutions. They did that back then, and they're doing it now. If you have New Year's resolutions, then you're basically worshiping this particular deity, man, because that's what they did. It says here, Janus, the God of beginnings, gates, transitions, times, dualities, doorways, passages, and endings. He is usually depicted, like the brother said, as having two faces, since he looks to the future and to the past. It is conveniently thought that the month of January is named after Janus. Convenient? No, it is true.
Yeah.
Like, see, Esau be trying to use the word, but it is thought to be. No. Come on, man.
Right.
All those different months, some of them are remixed into being the months of different gods, man.
That's right.
But according to ancient Rome farmers, almanacs, Juno was a tertiary deity of the month. Janus was presided over the beginning and end of conflicts, hence war and peace. The doors of his temple were opened in a time of war and a mark of peace. As a god of transitions, he had the functions pertaining to birth and to journeys and exchange, and in association with Portunus, a similar harbor and gateway god, he was concerned with the traveling, trading, and shipping. Then when you go into it, it tells you about how they celebrated, the theology, the functions. Here's the picture. You know what I'm saying, of the two gods. The god with the front and the back.
Yep.
Because everybody goes into your year, how was your year?
Yeah.
Your end of your year, and okay, looking back a year, what do you want to do in your future?
Yeah, because they got different aspects. You'll see some, because this is showing two men heads. You'll see some with that feminine and male vibration too, where they have a male face going to the past and then a female face going towards the future. So you see how this society is actually going towards this female energy.
Oh yeah, major.
So you see, that aspect, and then you'll see some with the male head with the beard and the male head without a beard. And so they have it's all different symbologies through that God that they have.
Yeah, so that's what we have to beware of, man. That's why it tells you, man, him that loveth the lake of the lies shall be cast into the lake of fire, man.
Yeah.
Because see, people know that this stuff is fake, but y'all love it because of the fact that y'all get to revel and have an excuse to party, man.
Right.
And that's the reason why y'all do it, man. A lot of y'all people, some people, they know if that's the stuff is fake, but y'all gonna go along and get them like it. And then you look crazy at those that don't want to get down with your program, man.
That's crazy, man.
You know what I'm saying? And you know it's fake.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's it.
So, all this when in Rome do, this Romans do, that's what y'all doing, man. And that's not what we're commanded to do. They said follow not a multitude to do evil, man. Our people, want to basically go along with the crowd, man.